You
There's an
did?
option. Okay, right. So the thing is, I'd have to download anything. There's an option. Damn, there's an option right there to click something. You got to tap the outside. An option come up. When you hit that, you can write on it now. See the bottom?
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, I can
So
erase.
hold up. Is that what is that? An iPad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's an option where you could just click in the top right corner and
Yep.
then write.
Yep. So you
Oh,
look
okay.
right here. You can erase it right there. I can erase it. See? Then I can click it again and write something else.
Oh, that's hot. I still use a digital pen though, because it's like when I use my finger, it's just
Oh,
sloppy.
look. So I already had a stylus. This is like a laser one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes. So, but you gave me the idea for me to even look for this option. So the good thing is I'd have to download anything or buy anything. This is already on the iPad.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah. So,
That's hot. So
man,
then you can pull up any document.
It took her a doctor's degree.
You can pull up. You
We
can pull up.
live too. Let y'all know we live. Boy, I see politically incorrect in the building, man. Well, I got my peoples in here tonight, man. What's going on, Mr. Banks?
Chilling. I literally just seen the email. I'm up, so I had to jump on right quick, see what's going on.
Yeah, what time? You got to hit the work early, right? Everybody got to hit the work early. So we're going to
Right. No. I'll be here for a second, though.
Dig right in. I want to start it off, but I got to play that clip real quick. And it's clear. Hold on. And then I'm going to get into the Line Lex video. It's good, family, of chat room. We're ready to start this off quick. We ain't going to stay forever. We're going to give y'all a little something. Pose a couple questions, let people get into it. Let me put this link right here real fast. Let me see. Damn. I'm going to put it in here. That way I can grab it off the... Yeah, I'm going to do this. Bam. All right. I see Sean in the building real quick. I see the Chief X in the building real quick. Get everybody in here, man. Have some fun. All right, man. Let's get right into it. Black African power, y'all. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing in the house. Coming to do what I got to do. Going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall, standing strong. Hey, pseudo killers on deck. Real black atheism is on the rise. Yeah, so y'all see the title of the show. I think real fast. Let me put this in the chat. And so now we're in the middle of a fight over God, right? That's what this really is. We fighting over God, whether y'all like it or not. So as a non-believer, I reserve the right to have a conversation, period. And I think a lot of times religious people take it personal. So I'm gonna play a video with Line Lex, because he lied on me. You know he lied on me. That's why I'm calling Line Lex. He lied on me. And we're gonna kind of discuss the psychology of the brother real fast. We're gonna get into it. But I want to play this video that was made maybe 2 years ago. I got the Honorable Dr. Oyamaya on the phone. Right here. How you doing, Dr. Oyamaya? Glad to have you on there real quick. I know we gotta all get up. How you doing, sis?
Peace and love to you, Brother Ankh. Peace to the whole panel. I see Brother Unbiased Sports, Brother Nahisi, Brother Politically Incorrect, Brother Chief X, Brother Sean P, and peace to everyone under the sound of my voice. Happy to be on the panel, Ankh. Let's get it in.
Yeah, let's get in real quick. And so delusion has filled the skies above us. And we need to actually be able to have conversations around any religion without it being a personal problem. We all got friends and loved ones in religion. You know, I just found it very strange that when it's time for African religions to get critiqued, then there's disrespect and all kind of other stuff. I'm really not appreciating that. I respect African customs and traditions, and I understand that within deity, is enshrined custom and traditions. It's man-made. But when it leaves that level and puts you in a state of confusion, then that's a real problem for me. It's 2020. Some things you just can't believe in. There's very little room to believe in a whole lot of stuff in Bible, biblical traditions, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, and in religion, period, around the globe. So either there's teaching tools within those religions, and man was trying to tell you something, early man, Stone Age man, Iron Age man, Bronze Age man was trying to tell you something about his world, or he was just spooked out because he didn't know enough about his world. So there's some decisions that need to be made. Okay, hold on, I'm trying to find this doc. I know I just put it in there. Damn. Shoot. Goodness. So I don't think it's worth it to stop, to just stop. Not, because I'm thinking we're in a state right now where if we get off the gas now, man, yo, when they look back in history, they'll never respect us. At some point, man, people gotta respect what science has to offer. You'll get broken down if you don't respect what science has to offer. You'll always find yourself in a default setting. Okay, I understand. Bam, okay. All right, you say 9 something, right, Doc? 9. What is Doc? 9 what?
Unc, I'm gonna strangle you if you don't read your text messages. It
I know,
says
but I had my hand on the button, and then I thought you knew it off the top of your head. Hold on, let me get
it
back.
said 9 minutes and 46 seconds.
Okay, right. All right. See, I can go to the phone and get it.
Keep your foot on the gas.
All right, 9
What's up,
minutes.
Dr. Mark?
Peace, brother. How are you?
It ain't 46. Is that you want me to start at 9 minutes and 42 seconds, right?
I mean, just start at 9:30 or something like. Well, yeah, 9:40. Start at 9:40.
No, I don't want you. I don't want to see this nigga too.
No, I mean.
All right, I got it. 9:44.
Yeah, start right there.
I'm in love with Dr. Maya.
And it's the first time, family.
Who's that? My baby Chief X.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on, brother Chief X?
Hey, sweetie.
How you been?
All is great.
Yeah, I see
enough
you
of
just
that
came back
love.
from Ghana too.
Yep, I'm a new man.
I see.
Enough of that love child. Enough of that love child nonsense on here. Shoot, we ain't doing a love child. Love child. Love child. Okay, let's start this off with it starts off with the youth, y'all. That's what it does. It starts off with the young black men that brings in religious thoughts and don't even know they bringing in religious thoughts. But it starts off with ignorance of said topics. Now, let's
the same exact thing to the good sister, Dr. Oya Mayat. Let's go to the tape.
First of all,
yes.
I'm a blast Dr. Maya. Dr. Maya. Here's Dr. Maya. Let me show y'all a picture real quick. Okay, family, y'all see Dr. Maya? Now, Dr. Maya is not a real doctor. Dr. Maya only has a certificate, a doctoral degree in electrical engineering, okay? So the only thing Dr. Maya should be talking about is helping you cut your lights on in your house. There's no way with that degree, Dr. Maya is qualified, according to European scholarly credentials, to be speaking on Egyptology in any type of way, or to be speaking on science in any type of way. Now, the only way Dr. Maya will be able to do this is if she self-educated herself in these areas, since she did not get these credentials from a college university. So now this will put her in my playing field.
Okay. Here we go. Stop it right there, y'all. So, This is, you can get on this guy's channel, he'll have 1,500 people watching. Him and Sarval Stupid Seti, right? What the hell's going on? It's ignorance. Did this guy just say that Dr. Mayad has a certificate? The point I want to make here is that we actually have people that have followings that are scientifically illiterate and religious minded and will bang on religion all day long. He doesn't have enough sense to know that the great doctor is a doctor. He said she was an electrician. Dr. Mayad, can you please tell us what you have your degree in, please? Just help me out, please.
Brother, I have a bachelor's of science in electrical engineering and what's called a DE, a doctorate, or they say a doctor of engineering. And you can like Google this, doctor of engineering, and see all that it entails. But I have a what happened was when I was matriculating through Morgan, senior year, I graduated summa cum with a 3.8 GPA, and there was a professor up there by the name of Dr. Carl White. He approached me and he said, "How would you like to come through our 5-year PhD, 5-year doctorate program?" We called it a 5-year PhD program, but it's just sort of the same thing, PhD and a doctor of engineering, but there are some subtle differences. But anyway, he said he would finance me and pay me while I was going along. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm not ready to work. And someone's offering me an opportunity to get a free doctorate degree, why not? And so I end up entering the 5-year doctorate program. It took me a little longer to complete it because I actually took like 2 years or 3 years off at some point, and then I went back and had to finish. But anyway, nonetheless, I finished up the program in May of 2013. But even still, even knowing that I have a bachelor's in electrical engineering, I think that YP just he saw electrical or heard or read electrical, so he connected that with an electrician. So he clearly doesn't see the difference or know the difference between an electrical engineer and an electrician. An electrician is more of like a tech, more of a tech who deals with electrical devices, right, and electricity. An electrical engineer is it's a very broad field. Not only do the foundation of our curriculum or of our coursework, yes, is electricity, yes, is voltage and charge and Ohm's law and Kirchhoff laws and stuff like that. But if you just do a quick search, and a matter of fact, do me a favor, I just actually pulled this up. I pulled up this Wikipedia article from my introduction to electrical engineering freshman course at Morgan. There's an article on Wiki called Outline of Electrical Engineering. Can you pull that up for me and share your screen? Because I want to show the people how broad electrical engineering is. I mean, electrical engineering, when you think about all of the subfields of electrical engineering, we have power engineering, signal processing, wireless communications, embedded systems, cybersecurity. I have students who've graduated from Morgan who are now working at Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab, designing devices and circuitry that are going on rockets that are circling, going to the moon and Mars and all sorts of stuff. So we deal with cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, machine learning, digital image processing, speech recognition, language recognition, all sorts of stuff. It's a very broad field. So I think that he just, when he heard that I had a degree in electrical engineering, I don't think he was aware of how broad electrical engineering, how broad that field is. And so he just kind of connected it with, an electrician, and that was that. That's what I think. But pull it up, Brother Ankh, so I can, and share your screen so that I just want to show the people. It's called Outline of Electrical Engineering. It's a Wikipedia article. And when you scroll down, you'll see the different subfields of electrical engineering.
All right,
And that's not even all of them. That's just some.
1 second.
You know, a lot of these devices that have like speech to text algorithms, voice recognition, all of that was designed by electrical engineers. That's electrical engineering. The fact that we're on the internet right now, and I'm actually on my cell phone, by the way, you know, streaming, you know, from my cell phone, but we're doing this uninterrupted. So some engineer had to, and it was electrical engineer, had to design a filter, right? So that it would get rid of interference. When you're making cell phones, when some electrical engineer designed your cell phone, designed the computer in your car. So I just think he was just ignorant, and he didn't know.
Can I use one? That ain't for that. This the iPhone. You see? Yeah, that's yours. You broke mine, boy. Go ahead, Doc. Where you at?
I said, share your screen. You just
I don't
so
need to
late.
give it to me. I had to post this stuff on Facebook. Go ahead. Give me the title of the article.
I said it's called Outline of Electrical Engineering. It's a Wikipedia article. I asked you about 15 minutes ago to pull it up and share.
Yeah, but I was in the middle of doing so. I thought somebody else would have enough sense to help. Outline of electrical.
None of them. Unbiased is chilling.
Right. The hell with that.
Unbiased is chilling.
Right.
Brother
That's
is chilling. Chief X chilling.
Right. He just here for the damn ride.
Yeah, I seen what I had on my plate, right?
You should have just sent it to my daggone inbox, Doc.
All you gotta do is Google it. You don't need me to say
it's taking long. There's a lot of stages. If you just sent it to me, I could do it.
He got an Acer.
What you want pulled up?
Right.
Let's pull up. It's a Wikipedia article. I don't know what kind of laptop I'm using. That wasn't designed by electrical
what?
It wasn't designed by electrical engineers. Sean P, pull up. It's a Wikipedia article called Outline of Electrical Engineering.
Simple. Got Windows 95, bro.
Yeah, he got something old.
He got too many screens up. He do it every show. He got 4,000. He be having 4,000 screens up on his laptop.
I have the Wikipedia article.
Got it pulled up, yeah, because I got it too.
Brother Chief X.
All right, there
you gonna share your screen?
Now's the show. Now's the show. Everybody helping out.
Brother Chief X, can you share your screen? Onk is totally.
If he can't do it,
I'm on my phone. I can't share my screen.
I got it. Nah, man, ain't nobody.
No, we don't want you
ain't
to do
nobody
it.
doing
Let
that.
Brother Sean P share screen. I don't want you to do it anymore. I don't want you to do it anymore.
Yeah, you don't want me to do it. After I did all that, had to spell it correctly, had to get it lined up. There was a lot of things I had to do for me.
I can read it for you though.
Nah, we trying to.
All right, let me know when you can see my screen, yo.
We can't. All we see is
I'm on my
in the
phone.
library, bro. Where you at? Oh, you still at work?
Yeah, I'm finna go in like 15 minutes. Can y'all see my screen?
Nope.
It says starting. It says starting.
Did it share? There you go. You see it now?
Nope, I see.
Yeah.
You see it? You see the article?
Yep.
All
right. So let's go. Let me read this right here. Let me read this. So electrical engineering, field of engineering that generally deals with the study and application of electricity, electronics, and electromagnetism. The field first became an identifiable occupation in the late 19th century after the commercialization of the electric telegraph and electrical power supply. It now covers a range of subtopics, including power, electronics, control systems, signal processing, and telecommunications. Keep on scrolling down, Brother Sean. So then click on branches of electrical engineering. Look at that right there. Power engineering, control engineering, electronic engineering, microelectronics, signal processing. And oh my God, signal processing is actually what I focused in during my when I was in the 5-year doctorate program. But signal processing, telecommunications engineering, instrumentation engineering, computer engineering, and electro-optical engineering. So as you can see, family, like this is a huge field. It's a very broad field. It encompasses a number of sub-disciplines.
Question, Doc. Would NASA use any of these processes?
Oh, absolutely. They're probably using all of them. You're talking about NASA, you got NASA, you got the NSA, you got the CIA, the FBI, all of the government agencies.
Check.
And then you have the government contractors like Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman, places like that. John Hopkins Applied Physics Lab, SAIC. So it's just a number of people. And then like right now, the lines in engineering are so blurred. So you have people who are doing, chemical, systems, mechanical, electrical, industrial, civil, engineering, and we all kind of sort of do a lot of the same stuff at this point. The lines are very blurred at this point. But oh yeah, the government, they're using it to answer your question.
Okay, so we're trying to get children and teenagers interested in this. And we got people in the community that devalue the whole thing, thinking you just screwing in some damn light bulbs. And he wasn't even joking though. That's the part that's terrifying. And he wasn't cracking a joke. He thought he was belittling her. And my point is, whether you like it or not, this guy is religious minded, right? He claims to fight against the monotheist religions, but all the information he presents to the public is religious minded. Plain and simple.
That's a fact.
So we need to start paying close attention to what's going on around us. Be mindful for those claiming to go against religion, but yet practice religion. It's a very, very interesting idea here, right? Very, very interesting. All right, you can stop sharing your screen. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
okay.
No problem.
All right.
Yo, peace.
That was from my phone, yo.
Mm-hmm. Hey, politically incorrect. Brother Vance, you want to add something to that? Pseudo kill on deck. Before you go to sleep.
No.
Don't start that tonight.
Yeah, somebody was snoring the other day.
Nah, that wasn't me. Y'all kept saying it was me, Morph. It ain't me.
Nah, I know it wasn't you, Marcus.
Hit dog holler, don't he?
Yeah. Don't even try it. But you know what's funny about that, Unc, is by trade. I'm an electrician by trade, right? So
hey, Morpheus, you just cut somebody off, Morpheus.
Oh, I did? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold that real quick. Go ahead, Vance, because Vance will try to run out on us real quick.
No.
Too fast. Go ahead, brother Vance. Thank you, Morpheus.
No, I was just gonna say I think it's kind of crazy YP was the statement he made in that video. That was all. And for Doc to go into what she went into and how sophisticated her actual field is, and everybody uses it, knowingly or unknowingly. So I mean, it's just crazy to me. But that's it. Go ahead, Morph.
No, I was just echoing what she said about electrician. One of my trades is an electrician, and she's absolutely correct about that being a tech. However, what she does is way out of my league. You know what I mean? It's like that's a whole different animal. So I think YP was calling himself trying to be funny. That's what that was about. You know, that's what that whole thing was about.
No, he wasn't cracking a joke.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all think he was
a joke, but it wasn't
playing, yo.
No, he was serious about that. The joke.
Right. I know that.
Yeah, the joke he had was, that's all she got. She trying to be slick. That's all she got. She not qualified for the medical. He didn't actually understand the field. He was joking, saying that's all she got. She ain't qualified for this. She don't got a real doctorate. She's not a doctor. Like this nigga here, boy. Yeah, that's just too much. It's too much. It's you know, you can say I'm hating, say what you want. I'm telling you, this is the condition of the young minds coming up these days in the conscious community, okay? Dude at work tried to convince me that the pharmaceutical company killed Kobe Bryant. I'm like, man, come on.
You know what?
Man, come on, man. Like, come on, man. That man is dead. The man's daughter's dead. Come on, man. It was bad weather. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. All right. You sent me that Wish McCormick video. Am I correct, Doc?
Yes, you're talking about. Let me go back in my messages.
It's inside. It's in the messenger, right?
Nahisi posted it in our messenger.
Did he? In the Raw squad?
Yep, and I texted to you.
What's going on, brother Nahisi?
Black African Power, what's going on?
Just chilling back. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine.
Like to add something to that? It looks to be on there.
Hey, he gonna need electrical engineer to have astro project.
Dagger. Spills is flying.
Y'all crazy tonight, boy. All right, Doc, I don't see it. What you put in? I'm raw squad. Okay, I got it. Okay.
I know, Dr. Myers.
Y'all got to hold up now. Man.
Nah, then we got to hold up.
Right.
Then we got to hold up.
Right.
I'm gonna be having 15 different conversations with people, yo, and then he just hit the live button.
All right, slow. Y'all slow. I know how to do it.
Oh, then we slow.
It's an 11-minute video, right?
Yeah.
Got you. All right. Man, let me introduce the esteemed panel, though. Chief X, how you doing, brother? Pseudo Killer on deck. What's up with you, bro? How you doing, man?
All is good.
All is good. Okay. As much mouth as you got, that's all you got. All is good.
No, it's a good day, man. I'm just laid back on my bed.
Oh, I already know you smoke. I already know what it is, man. You got the good.
I ain't hit it yet, but I'm about to get into it.
Here you go. You about to get
I'm about to get my mind right.
Yeah, get your mind right. Get your mind right. Hey, I'm by sports. What's good, man? Pseudo Killer on deck. How you doing, brother?
Peace. Hey, Young Sparrow was dead serious, and this is why we push scientific literacy, and we also advocate, degrees and peer-reviewed work. This is important. Mistakes like that won't happen.
Fact, we advocate that first. We absolutely do. We absolutely advocate that first. You know it. All day long, 365 days a year. We sure do. So we're in an environment where we're considered anti-African. And the only time niggas even heard anti-African is when I bring up anti-African. Go figure that, right? So you're not anti-African because you have decided to take charge of your life and not put it in the hands of another deity. That does not make you anti-African, right? It also doesn't make you anti-African because you don't believe the way your ancestors believed. Okay, that's not remotely closely true. Okay, what our ancestors believe don't make us shit. Plain and simple. So, and I think, Doc, we had a serious conversation, and if you can remember, your point basically was, we do not study Egypt, right, just to replicate Egypt. What was your point you was making that was deep as hell? I don't want to mess you up.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that, we don't study Kemet, and the great, empire of Mali and Songhai and all of these. We don't study that to just replicate it or relive it, right? We study these.
Exactly.
We study these great civilizations. We learn the good, the bad, the pretty, and the ugly. Firstly, to know who we are, to know our history, to formulate a strong identity and to pass it on to our children. And secondly, to use those things that we learn to advance us, to help us survive and thrive in our current environment. So that was the whole point. Not to walk around and try to be the people of Kemet in North America. That's ridiculous. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous. Those people, they lived in a certain environment, and we know that environment gives rise to cosmology. Cosmology gives rise to worldview. Worldview gives rise to culture, and culture breeds, it shapes our mentality and our personalities. But, we live in a totally different environment. We live in North America, and so we gotta create systems and principles and codes to survive and prosper in our current environment. And we can grab from our ancestors, we can learn from them, you know. But the whole objective, what I was saying, in essence, is that we had to balance tradition and reason, in essence. So that was my whole point. We had to balance tradition and reason.
Can I say something to that?
Yes, you can, brother.
Okay, so like I totally agree with what Dr. Meyer is saying. And I'm on that same page. Like when I went to Ghana to learn about the culture, to observe, and get a little more enlightenment. You know, I didn't go to Ghana to get initiated or take on indigenous people's beliefs. You know, in 2020 to take on a 1,000-year-old belief. I didn't do that. I just went to observe the culture, to learn and get a little more enlightenment about it.
All right, let me show the screen. Let's look at some of the comments first. I think that'd be interesting. And I'm gonna start highlighting some of the comments in the thing. But yeah, that was well put, Doc. Man, we not studying West Africa, South African cultures to replicate. Because if you was to replicate, watch this. If I was to replicate Pinnacle Point, right? Man, that's in the damn Stone Age, man. We in the space age. And I don't know why people just don't get that. Listen, the rest of the world is in the space age. Like, we need to get a grip on ourselves. The Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, okay, John Jackson, Hubert Harris, man, they taught us about these civilizations. Now, watch this, y'all. You're going to see the shift. They taught us about these civilizations so that we can learn, you know, where and who and where we came from. That was the point of learning that, right? It was good to give ourselves a notion and an understanding of how we navigated the world we was in. Right? They were showing us that. Because to that point, coming out of the kidnapping trade, right, your mind's still kidnapped. They never released your damn mind. And this proved positive because people are swearing that they're not religious because they don't practice Islam, Judaism, Christianity. Hello, can somebody send them the damn memo? Send the damn memo, right? So they taught us about the culture so that we could see that African people was, one, a sovereign people, two, had the ability on their own to navigate the world, and three, build strong relationships with their ecology and the other tribes around them and other nations. They were showing you that, man, we didn't start from being kidnapped victims. That's not how we started out, right? We started out being sovereign, farming, agriculture, you know, doing things for ourselves, that we have the right to do that again, and that it is possible. So they were showing us the things of possibilities, like how we can do that again. That's what they was really trying to show us. They wasn't saying go ahead and build goddamn West Africa over here or go ahead. That's not what they was doing, man. It's not what they was doing, and I'm telling you that's not what they was doing. Because if that's what they was doing, that don't make no sense. And I'm gonna show you how it don't make no sense. And I know I'm gonna get some feed kickback on that and all that. Listen, man, the next generation of elders, Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, and all them, they was trying to create the spirituality, you know what I'm saying? Bring it forward, add to it, you know, be the magical. They was trying to actually enact it, right? They was reading misinformation on the Nile Valley and African cultures, taking Europeans' examples of pseudoisms, Madame Blavatsky, right? And they was trying to make that. They was trying to create spells and all kind of magical thinking, y'all. They wasn't trying to show you who and what we really was. Because we was never Madame Blavatsky and them. We was never the chakras. We was never the crystals. We was never people with supreme power. Human beings don't have special powers. And to prove that, we're all vulnerable to death. Like Kobe Bryant, his daughter is dead. And for the life of me, I don't know why people don't want to accept that reality. The reality is, right, that life is precious. right? We're not as strong as we think we are as human beings, and we only here in the twinkle of the eye, so all we got is our friendships. So why you want to fight me because of something I don't believe? Why am I not allowed to have this serious conversation for the generations to listen to? We need to have a conversation. Does this work? Does that work? What is needed for us right now? What is needed for us pushing forward in the future? You know you got to plan 100 years in advance because all valuable nations do that. We can't even get out the damn first week because we fighting over God. If God exists, if it don't, like, okay, like we already know God don't exist because human beings make this idea. That's a human thing to make up and create gods and infuse your culture in it. That's a human thing to do. So I know that the intelligent people, the intelligent elders, wasn't trying to recreate magic. The next set of elders was trying to create magic. They gave us special powers, which is absolutely ridiculous in the space age. I'll never forget, I was watching a special, and then I'm gonna play the video, where this lady was interviewing an African chief. He was the president. He wasn't, she was the president. She was like, why is y'all chasing the pygmies around, right? Why can't they hunt right there? Why y'all trying to displace them off their land and all that? The African president like this took a glass. He said, ma'am, hold on. He said, we're in the space age. We ain't got time for all that. Listen, I felt a certain way, right? But the reality was he's trying to move his nation into the damn space age, right? The pygmies want to be hunting in the middle of the damn street somewhere. And they be like, yo, they trying to build roads. They trying to modernize their daggone area, and they ain't got time for all that. Now, a lot of y'all listening gonna say, come on, that ain't right, that ain't right. And I'm saying that, man, listen, if you're gonna compete in the world we in, Stone Age technology is not gonna do it, man. We like, man, it might work for you if we have some type of cataclysm event that occur and wipe out everything, and it just be you and a couple people on Earth, and there's nothing else. And then that's a different story. But right now, in the world we live in, man, you gotta understand the degree that Dr. Oyama got and what role it plays in our lives, right? You gotta be scientifically literate, right? You gotta be balanced in your religious thought. You can't just be fucking religious, man, right? You can't take it personal when we start trying to get our people out of these religions. You can't be mad that now we smart enough to know that the thing that we really are is all contained in the world around us, in the nature that we in. We really want to know about nature, because once we learn about nature through scientific investigation, which is what our ancestors that were sharp did, then we understand ourselves. You can learn a lot from the animals around you. You can learn a lot from the trees around you. You can learn a hell of a lot from the forces around you, not unless you think white people got some kind of special happening with some kind of deity that gave them the ability to do what they do. Either that, or it's out there for all of us to get. And I'm saying it's out there for all of us to get. We just got to stop being so damn religious. I mean, that's the key point. You want to add something to that, Morpheus? Because you're in that studio dealing with electronics. You're on mute. I can't hear you. You mute yourself out. I'm gonna unmute you.
You hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. You're 100% correct. I agree with you. I had got into a little debate almost with somebody on Facebook. We was talking about kind of like what you're referring to, and I have a simple mathematical equation, which was A, B, C. And I said, well, A plus B equals C. So if A plus B equals C, let's make A work, and let's make B spirituality, and then we're going to make C results. Okay, so A plus B equals C. A without B still equals C. B by itself does not get you to C. So what good is B?
It's simple. Think about that for a second. What good is beef? So because with the space age technology that we going into, or that we in actually, not going into, but we moving forward, and like you said, and if you know, people trying to take us backwards, man, until what our ancient ancestors did, right? But that don't mean that we gotta. A lot of people try to think that because your ancestors did something that you have to now duplicate that or go back and try to do exactly what they did. And if that's so, then we don't move forward. We stay at a standstill. And it's so funny because the rest of the world is moving forward. It's like they don't give a damn about what you do, what you think, or how you feel. They don't give a damn. The rest of the world, reality, don't give a shit. Nature don't care what you feel or what you think. You know what I mean? It's going to move forward. And that's what it is. That's how I feel about it.
Yep, because soon as them Haitians and the Haitian Revolution got a hold of that technology, that gun, they beat the French.
They ain't get a hold of that damn paper though. They got a hold of that them paper that made them pay that daggone but they had to pay them daggone whisper, had to pay that daggone, I call it a damn tax for whipping their ass.
Yeah, sanctions, sanctions.
Damn, I ain't want to say it. It's embarrassing. Pay the sanctions, man. They need to get.
But I agree with Brother Chief X that when they got their hands on the technology, it was ball game.
It was ball game.
Ball game.
It's ball game.
It's gonna be lay down.
So we got to get our hands on the technology if we're going to compete. Whatever endeavor we choose to do as a people, it would just serve notice to us that, man, the religion thing ain't gonna get us through this, right? And so the question is, do we really need religion? Or do we need? Go ahead.
No. You said, do we really need religion? Can you talk about and because I haven't watched it yet, and you've been telling me to watch it. What did you say? The boy that harnessed the wind. You said the father and them was praying.
Yeah.
Praying.
I can sum it up for you real quick, but yeah, that's what was happening in that movie. Make sure you check it out. But the kid, man, he just felt like he could resolve the issue. He was digging up in junkyards, looking for pieces to do certain things, and he actually had a gift. And he kind of stuck with it, you know what I mean? His parents that had the funds to fund his schooling. He was basically kicked out of that. Somebody backdoored him into the library so he could study, you know what I mean? And then that got cut off from the people because he just, couldn't afford to be there. So he started just, from what he gathered, all this information that he collected, he basically applied it to a windmill-like method. And he saved the community. Period.
You did a terrible job of summarizing them, Sean.
Hey man, that's exactly what he did.
Tell you what really happened.
Here we go.
He didn't have a gift. He had the gift of reading, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's a gift.
Yeah, to learn how to read, right?
To apply what he read, though.
Yeah, and I mean, but the jewel was in learning how to read, right? And like you said, they threw him out of school, but he got his way back in there, and they allowed him to read the daggone books. There's one little dusty book, something to deal with electronics and all that, right? And he seen the windmill, and he figured out how to make it, and he got the parts, like you said. But his family was resistant to technology, right? If not for the women in the community, his mother, their ass would have been grass. I'm gonna say it again. Not for the sisterhood, right? His mama, they was grass because the father, I think was a Muslim, he was praying, we want to do it like we always did it because it was a drought. And they was leaving, going to the cities and all that. He was like, look, we got land, we want to keep this land, right? And I can save us. No, you can't. No, you can't. We're going to pray. We can do this. No, you can't. Resistant to technology. Right now in America, we are resistant to technology, right? And we're more accepting of religion and God than we are to technology. You want to add something to that, Mr. Corey? Anti-atheist?
Yeah, I just like to say
I just want to know when I'm
I
gonna be
agree
able
with
to ask
that
her.
100%. We is kind of resistant to technology. Also, we don't use we don't put our skilled trades, at the forefront, technology, skilled trades, all that is important to learn. Religion is a second hand, that's a personal private thing, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to be religious, that's fine, but I think that should be kept personal and private, you know what I mean? And because we're trying to get away from that type of thinking, you know what I mean? Technology, STEM, all that should be where we headed to, we should, it's because I think ignorance, and stuff like that, I mean, it should be ridiculed, I'm not backing down from ridicule and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what's going to carry us on to the next generation. Staying in this religious mindset is what's holding us back. So, I think we just need to always ridicule that.
So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What role does religion play in people's mind? Because it seems like our people are prone to religion. So you got to ask, like,
Psychological.
what role does religion really play? Say it again.
Psychological, yo.
Right. So if it's psychological, right, so it really does. It's like they got to be taught. They got to be taught that you can still move forward without that. Because that's why I said about the A, B, and C thing.
But think about how things are taught, though, Morpheus. The reason that it's psychological is because they're telling us that we're going to have our heaven in the hereafter. We're not deserving of a heaven right here on earth. That is for, they make it seem like it's evil to succeed in the living. That you can't do both. Like, you know what I mean?
I think it's discouraging to plan for the future, because if this is only, this life don't really matter, then you don't leave behind nothing. That's why we don't hardly leave behind nothing for our kids. People don't think about their grandkids and their great grandkids. Me being an anti-theist, that's all I think about. The only thing that's on my mind is the legacy that I leave behind, the information that I leave behind, the assets that I leave behind. This is why I get up every morning and go to work. This is everything this is what I work towards every day. I don't work for today, or I don't work for, thinking that, I'm gonna see my kids, in the future through the pearly gates. I know that this is the last time, this is the only time. So this got to be the best time. So if everybody thought like that, I think we would be in a lot of better place. But go ahead.
So then it's transgenerational thinking, then, right?
Say that again, bro.
So it's transgenerational thinking, meaning most people who are in some religious order will tell you that they grew up in it. You know what I'm saying? That's they are Christian or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. They'll say that, because I grew up in it. So then that would be a transgenerational thing. So how do you combat transgenerational, thinking?
In my opinion, this is Chief X. So in my opinion, when I think about my family members who are basically all Christian, most people feel that they're getting favor and seeking favor from God because religious people believe in a God. So they feel that God will help them in life and they seek favor. They may feel that they will be punished if they're disobedient to the laws of God. But personally, I don't think it stops their ambition in life to achieve.
Yeah, but see, check this out though. But people who believe in a God, right, or believe in Jesus or Allah or Muhammad, right? Watch this. They experience the same trials and tribulations that those people who don't subscribe to the believing, right? They're subject to the same hardship, same murder, death, starvation, all the same exact things that people who don't subscribe to it, right? So then what is the benefit? And where's the benefit at? Like you said, the benefit is where? In the hereafter, right? Because think about it. If you join an organization or you join something, a group, organization, a gym, or whatever it may be, you join it for the benefits, right? Because you're going to benefit something from it. That's why you join it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then,
Right.
what is the benefit if the people who subscribe to the very same exact thing, right, are subject to the same exact thing? So what's the benefit? The same?
It's all fear. So like people actually feel that it's fears. It's an embedded fear. People feel that if they tithe in church, they will get a blessing. People feel like they pray, they'll get their prayer answered. You know what I mean? So it's psychological in a fear. They feel if they're disobedient, some harm may come to them, or they will go to hell. Hellfire is the fear factor in it all. If you feel you're going to burn forever and gnash your teeth and be in pain and forever, you're going to be in check because of that fear of pain.
That religious mindset is like it remind me of somebody who continuously go and buy like scratch off tickets. You know what I'm saying? Spend their money all on scratch off tickets. You know, trying to hit that one. You know, get that one lucky day or buy that one ticket instead of going to work or instead of you know. Getting some type of education and the understanding to where they can go out and make the money on their own. You know what I'm saying? Where they guaranteed to get paid every day. You know, they'll instead go ahead and spend that money and wait on that lottery ticket. You know, they're waiting on that scratch off. You know what I mean? So it just teaches you how not to take things into your own hands. You know what I mean? And that's that lottery scratch off attitude to me, man. I think we got a lottery scratch off attitude in the community. You know, that's what that religion.
So based on that,
go ahead.
Let me ask a quick question for everybody in the panel. Where do you see us 10 years from now? Give me a projection. 10 years from now.
Who's us?
10 years. Right.
Who's us?
Again?
Who is us?
The panel?
Black. I said people. Black people.
In the same position.
I was gonna say that right where we are now, if not worse.
We are I think we was advancing in the conscious community for a little while, you know, but then like we took
let's get some clarity on this question though. Are you talking about the conscious community or just the traditional black or average person?
I was just generalizing, you know, the traditional black, you know, black people as a people. You know what I mean? Just generalizing.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be right here still.
All right, let me can y'all see the screen?
Yeah.
All right, so here we got Zion Lex calls out on the belief in God. So first of all, brother Zion, I call him Brother Lion because he lied on me in the video, right? He's mixed up, right? You see he's doing a lot of studies, quoting between now. So as he studies Kemet more, he'll start to have more and more doubts on being a Hebrew Israelite. But that's his right. And I think it was you, Morpheus, who said religion should be personal and private. I think that's exactly what it should be. Because if you come out with it, you know, to the whole world, right, then we got a right to say something about that. Because now, you know, he says in here that I'm telling little babies, little kids, that African people ain't had no spirituality and religion. First of all, I don't have to tell the babies such a lie because it's so out on Front Street. As a matter of fact, that's the trick. Like they always say, think about this, y'all. Why is it that Black people are known as the most spiritual on earth? Think about that. You only start hearing this, you know what I'm saying, once we went through the transcontinental slave trade, where all of a sudden we're the most spiritual. Okay, last time I checked, spiritual was a word created by Christians. That's a Christian ideology right there, to be spiritual. Get all that straight. Okay, we can go right to the dictionary, not the dictionary, but the online etymology dictionary, right? Right. But I don't have to tell children none of that because I'm gonna tell the children what I told my damn children. I never told them that they shouldn't practice religion, nor should they not believe in a God. I never did that to them because once you do that, they're gonna run straight to it. What I told them was the truth about the sun and how it was formed, right? And how they got it. I told them those things, right? I gave my kids scientific literacy, right? And once I gave them scientific literacy and they was interested in science and watching all the science programs, right? Man, they come to me with some good questions. And when it came to the religious questions, they were looking like that, like, nah, that don't make no sense. I never had to tell them not to pray to God, not to believe in God. I never did that to my kids. So I would never do that to the kids that's listening to us now, and the teenagers and the young adults. I don't have to tell them. We know that African people practice the system that had deities in it. We know that for sure. I'm not ashamed of that. You talk about Iron Age, Bronze Age, and Stone Age traditions, man. I keep everything in proper context. Even the Bible, 2,000 years ago. You know how long ago that was? There was no people driving cars. There weren't any roads. I mean, like roads that we have today. Of course, the Romans built roads, right? They weren't powered by engines. It was horsepower. No planes, no jets, no guns, no none of that. The environment was turning their ass up. So we come to some of the comments real fast, right? Got one. That's why I don't even take Unc seriously. Most of what comes out of his mouth is emotional, juvenile garbage. It's interesting, Papa. Papa Nabari. Wow. Amen. I'm a house of conscience punching bag. That's Jeremiah Judah. I agree with you, Saul. Zion Lex is the baddest Hebrew out there. Anonymous Premium. It says, you can't debate a belief. A belief requires no proof. I don't read that. I told you.
But why? How come? How come? Like when somebody do something wrong or say something stupid, you know, it's okay to ridicule it. It's okay to laugh at it. It's okay to, you know what I'm saying, to dismiss it. You know, I think it should be like that across the board. I think that's what advances us. I mean, if you're saying something wrong, if you're saying something stupid, like the guy gonna split the chariots, the sky open and the chariots, I mean, that's supposed to be ridiculed. You know what I'm saying? If you agreeing about the Genesis story in the Bible, if you taking that serious in any way, shape, or form, that should be made fun of and ridiculed. You know what I'm saying? Because this is 2020. You know, we can't use that as a shield. Oh, this is my belief. You know what I'm saying? That what you're doing is you're hindering the future generation. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, huh?
Yeah, you kicked out the competition at that point when you said that's your belief or that's your faith. You kicked out. You no longer
right.
Continue the conversation.
Yeah, you can't talk about it. It's off limits. You know what I'm saying? I think that's bogus right there. That's bogus.
Tazariak's the baddest Hebrew.
Yeah, he is. Let me see. I told you Unc been tripping, And now he has Garfield. Laugh out loud. Saw, once they done with Kemet, I agree. I guarantee you they are going to attack West African system next. I put my money on it. Man. John Lex has grown over the years. I agree.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Nope.
I know, right? I mean, every time, you know.
Hold on, Sean. Let me get this last one. When you go against the ancestors, you will lose. Watch and see. Yo, spooked out for real. Don't grow. Don't learn something more than what the ancestors had. You're done. Go ahead, Sean.
All right. First of all, I just want to bring clarity to the ignorance. I think people are taking the wrong approach on this whole discussion between you and Garfield and any other said party. Okay. First of all, nobody's attacking Kemet. Nobody is attacking uh, the customs and traditions of the Remech. People are asking particular questions, and then the topics that have come up have all been gauged around certain hyperdiffusionists making said claims or potential claims or assumptions by the other side about some things that they may have not heard. So we have to be very careful and stop listening to instigators who are trying to propagate something that isn't really true. There's no attack on Kemet. You can't attack Kemet. You look stupid attacking Kemet. But what you can do is you can ask these people who are so high strung in trying to profess that all of these things come from Kemet. And I'm not speaking on particular people. I'm saying in general because you have people who make claims about Kemet that aren't necessarily true, and then you have people who are incorporating things into certain said traditions and customs and acting like that's a part of the culture. That's not true. And then you have people who are creating backdoors for what they're doing so that they can continue to do what they're doing without question. That's true. But nobody is attacking Kemet or the Remech. What we look for in those civilizations, in ancient Kemet, is we look at the civilization, we study the civilizations for what it was. It's one of the greatest civilizations in world history. And we try to extract all the data and the information we can from that so that we can use that information to move forward. People are studying Kemet for the wrong reasons. Some people are studying Kemet for the wrong reasons. They're not looking at the genius of ancient Kemet. They're limiting themselves to what the Eurocentric thought and the Arab thought is, and that's this main premise is on a lot of these underworld texts and how they view the afterlife and so on and so forth. And then you have those who study the language, who go deeper into the culture, who are trying to dissect Kemet from a different perspective and grab that African genius and apply it to their daily lives. Then listen, when you say these things and then you say, oh, they're gonna go to West Africa next, listen, y'all have not been following the conversations because Ankh, Wujawu, Asar sat on a panel amongst themselves and had a whole discussion about spirit, energy, all these things that had to do with certain customs and traditions in West Africa and how they could be misconstrued. They did that last year. We had that conversation. Y'all wasn't listening. And then people thought, oh, it's the Masi Warrior Clan against the Amira Squad and all of that. You remember that, Unc?
Yeah, we hashing out our differences, yo. We hashing them out. We had fun. We got
correct. And people couldn't understand that because Bid was like, well, we don't have no disagreements there. I was like, we don't have no disagreements there. Kofi was like, we don't have any disagreements there. Then you know what I'm saying? That's all we were doing was publicly hashing out differences, as Unc said. Publicly. but it was all a learning experience because you didn't have two people that was at each other's neck, you know, throwing shots and talking crazy to one another. Two parties.
Is Dr. Mayat still here?
Yes, she is. She might
Yeah,
be.
I'm still here, Brother Chief. I'm here.
Dr. Mayat, I wanted to hear your opinion on what Sean just said because I haven't heard you say that. When about when people claim that we're attacking Kemet, but we're actually just specifically talking about certain ideologies or beliefs and explaining things.
Oh yeah, I agree 100% with what he said. No one's attacking Kemet. Nobody's attacking Kemet. We're just questioning things and critiquing things. That's it. And you know, and I don't understand why critiquing and questioning something is perceived as an attack. You get what I'm saying? Like we should be able to question one another. And that goes back to, like you said, Brother Onk, the religious mindset. In religion, Brother Onk, we're taught not to question. Remember, lean not into thine own understanding. Remember?
Yeah.
We're conditioned not to question, you know? And so when people question,
understanding.
yeah, lean not into thine own understanding. It's in the Bible. So we're taught not to question it. See, that goes back to people having a religious mindset. We should be able to question and critique. I mean, that's what thinking people do. Thinking people question and thinking people critique.
Based off of everything we went through, let me finish reading this. Based off of everything we went through, come on, man. IDK is say what Africans were doing in the old times. It's too many tools and information to be believing in God in 2020. European gods or African gods, right? Let me see. The most powerful African system with evidence is paleo. Whether you believe it or not, it will still work, okay? Unc never said Africans didn't have a spiritual system. Why all y'all gotta lie about his position, right? I wonder what these comments is. That's anonymous premium. Did I say that right? Premium. Does African spiritual system deal with atheism? Unc is an atheist. Checkmate! Foolish comment. See what he says. No spirituality deals with atheism. There is never an atheist system, but it's foolish to believe every African believed in the religion, just like it's foolish today to believe. Just because you live in a country you believe the state-sponsored religion, you are arguing a point nobody made. Literally, only religions tie everything to religion. If African religions, let's see, if African religions were so powerful, we never would have switched in the first place. That's crazy. Did y'all hear that? That's funny, right?
Yeah, but first of all, it's when you call it a religion, you out of bounds. First of all, so just to speak on behalf of African traditions and customs, these uh these brothers and sisters actually lived what they talked about. So these are practices. These are things that they when they woke up and dealt with when they dealt with what they dealt with and they still deal with what they deal with, it's personal. It's not they don't meet on Sundays, Saturdays or Fridays. They don't have a set time. They don't do none of that. They wake up and deal with what they deal with consistently every day. It is a practice. This is personal. It is a practice. They go out, if they got a shrine out the back of their house, which they normally do, the shrines of the earth, they deal with that. When they meet amongst the elders and they deal with these festivals and so on and so forth, and they go into these shrines, it's personal. When they take off their shoes, they still have their hat on, but they take their shoes off and they go into these shrines because they felt like it needs to be, clean, and so on. So when you start saying religions, there's things that religious people do that Africans are not doing when you get down and you start breaking down these systems. So does it help you? A lot of things help people, man. You have to just dissect these things and break them down to the smallest component. And then you start dealing with what you can take from it, what you don't have to take from it, what you can deal with it. And what you ain't got to deal with, this is one of the reasons why Unc can sit here and say, create real black atheism, because he can go in there and dissect certain stuff that other people are afraid to go in and dissect and deal with it. So you don't make it a religion, because they're two totally different systems. Ain't nothing binding you to anything. Ain't no saviors coming to do anything. You got to do the work. You are set up and you have the ability to move whatever you moving forward in your own hands and your own willpower. You don't get that in religion. Somebody's going to save you, or you waiting on somebody to crack the sky. And you have deities and no deities. That I mean, it is what it is. But let me be quiet.
Let me read a Sahotep's words, my man. Where has ever claimed that Africans has no spiritual system? I mean, you know, and then what's this? What's this? Takaki? Tataka? How you say that? Ta'arka? Yeah, that's Ta'arka. He spelled that wrong. Why God always need Moors to defend him? Why can't he defend himself? Now watch this, y'all. Ayana Della. Watch. She says, when you harness the true power of any spiritual system or practice, you become likened unto an alchemist who can and will, by way of transport from the invisible realm to the visible realm, manifest outcomes. This takes great practice and deep understanding of things, seen and unseen, and the foundation of our ancestors' legacy.
This why I love Dr. Maya, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you, straight up. This is why I love Dr. Maya, because she shoots straight from the hip and she ain't caught up in la la land. She don't never say none of this stuff, yo. She do the work, period.
Do the work. Even when she was in la la land, she was doing the work. Ain't that right, Doc?
You know what? Anyway, I'm gonna ignore that. Thank you, brother Sean P. Look, I appreciate your words, brother Sean P. You know,
Thank you.
and I learned a lot from you, brothers. I'm telling you, over the years, I ain't paying Onk no attention.
Doc, you know what? I relied on, watch this, y'all. I relied on Dr. Oyaz Mayat's intelligence as a woman when we was really building back and forth. And I knew she was very intelligent. And she gets mad when I say something, I repeat it. She's like, what, man? I know what the hell you talking about, really? You know what I'm saying? So I relied on her intelligence to get it. And it take, I say it one time, she'd be like, well, say it again. And she get it. And she don't get it mixed up and she get it. My basic conversation to her was that the majority of women, right, are just spooked out for some crazy reason.
And Onk, remember, I didn't believe you at first. We were going back and forth, and I was defending the sisters. He was like, no, Doc. You said they caught up in the crystals and the incense and the chakras. You know, and I fought you tooth and nail. I said, no, they aren't. No, they not. My sisters, no, they not. But then I had to come back to you, Onk, and had to tell you were right.
Yeah, and when you got a doctorate degree, you don't got time for crystals.
Hey, Chief, I can really appreciate the video that you did on spirit and spirituality. I had to share that. You got to do that again, man.
Yeah, you know, I made that video 2 years ago. Not many people seen it, but that shit fire.
Wow.
That video pseudo was all get out, yo.
No, it wasn't. That and elder and eldership.
Yeah, you got to revamp that, man, because that's the problem. A lot of people don't really know what spirit and spirituality really is, and you really
spirituality ain't ours though, yo.
So I just want to let you know I really appreciated that.
Yeah, I thought that was one of my better videos too, but it was like a couple of years ago. I might just repost it on YouTube.
I still don't get why we want to claim the spirituality stuff, yo.
They stuck. Ain't no way out of that one, yo. It's a Christian term, though. It really is. We can look it up. Let me play this real quick. We're gonna look that up. Let's do this. Here we go.
No one in ancient Kemet truly believed that
on
You was a
Pu,
bad host.
or who the Greeks call Anubis, who has the
We don't see
canine
nothing.
head
We
of
see
a
your
dog
forehead,
head,
yo.
would actually come back in human form, but with a dog head to
That's
help
strike 2 on you, man.
mummify the body, sahu the
Strike
body,
1 was with Dr.
to
Maya
help
earlier.
prepare the body for the afterlife, as well as to help him cross. These are all allegories to demonstrate something that is ahistorical, because none of us can draw from the afterlife and bring it into historical context, because number one, it's the
Right now, you being
afterlife.
out technology
So the
by
point
Chief
is,
X,
what the people of ancient Kemet are doing,
who still be using an iPad and a cell phone.
trying to get you to crystallize.
Man, you talk.
All right, remember how we showed you to do it?
Sean?
No. Do you remember how we showed you how to do it?
To understand the African conception of what is believed on the continent will occur to those who
I
don't
did all that.
follow.
You messing up. You saying you could nobody hear that?
No, we couldn't hear it and we couldn't see the screen.
So y'all can't see the screen now?
You good
No,
now.
it's not sharing.
Everybody can see it, but you upside down with those, Sean. How the hell is you upside down? The hell is going on? if you come back on the floor, you might get. Thank you. Get back on Earth, yo. You was on the. Oh, because everybody see that.
All right, yeah, I see your video, yo.
God, he was the one upside down with playing tricks. How the hell you do that, yo?
Come on, man, play the video.
Chief, could you see that, Chief, and hear that well?
The audio was low.
Yeah. You good and it's good now. Go ahead, I'll continue.
A moral code which Africans believe the universe has its foundation upon. African thought teaches that the universe is founded upon morals and ethics. What European says that? Europeans teach that the universe has no explanation whatsoever. In other words, for a European, the universe has no meaning. The universe is not endowed with purpose. Not for the African mind. For the African mind, the universe is heavenly endowed with purpose and meaning and spiritual content. And we believe, even in the Torah, we say that the Torah itself is the foundation of the universe. There's a verse in Proverbs chapter 10:25, which says in Hebrew, Zadik Yesod Olam, which means righteousness is the foundation of the universe. When you open up the Sabiat text, you see in ancient Kemet, you see that Ma'at is with Ptah at the inception of the universe, so that from the ancient Kemetic viewpoint, Ma'at, or a divine moral and ethic code, is at the foundation of the universe itself. And if this moral code is not upheld by all things in existence, not just man, but all things in existence, then the universe reverts back to what is called in ancient Kemetic conception, Isfet. The Torah speaks of tohu, chaos, disorder. Ma'at represents order in its righteous.
All right, how true is that, Sean?
All right, so there's a few things that he actually said. I just think that the wordplay was put together so that he can try to be safe, but he's scrambling a little bit. From what I heard, I'm not going to disagree with everything, because what I think that what he's trying to say can be said better. But when he's talking about Ma'at and chaos, well, you have to remember, Ma'at's about balance. So you're going to, at some point, chaos precedes order. You see what I'm saying? And then that order is restored, that balance is restored. So he said something else about moral code. I didn't hear him too well.
He said if it's not Mayat, the universe will go back in the cosmos. That's a non-scientific
Nah,
statement.
yeah.
I'm just saying, so you can't get me with that. That's a non-scientific.
That's non-cipher.
Non-cipher right there. That's just that's an idea and a concept that brothers and sisters in the Nile Valley may or may have not believed, right? Because because there's the fact that the cosmos is chaos. The whole thing is damn chaos. You can get
correct. We're living on top of chaos.
Facts.
And what I mean, let me qualify that. When you go and you dig up the crust, or the further you dig into the Earth's crust or the core, the deeper you go, you will find this thing spinning in an opposite direction of the Earth. It will get hotter down there. It will be turmoil down there. That's why people say it's always hot. You know, the closer you dig or the deeper you dig down. That's why when the Europeans came to the earlier Europeans, when they got to the Americas, they didn't have nowhere to sleep. They couldn't build huts. What they do, they build these holes in the ground and they buried themselves in the ground to stay warm in the wintertime. So yeah, you know, he's just doing
he all off like it's really now. First of all, here's a guy that's a Hebrew and kicking Egyptian folklore and mythology. Does he believe that? Then he says our ancestors. No Hebrew will call the damn Egyptians their ancestors. He's trying to play it safe. I'm not gonna let you play it safe right there, bro. You don't give 3 flying bleep bleep bleeps about the Nile Valley, Africans. You having fun right now.
Well, he's studying it to justify his position with the Hebrews.
Right, that's what I say. He's trying to tie it all together to make it make sense.
You can't.
Well, to him, he think that he could validate his belief, and once he finds something in a text that he can correlate to the Hebrews or to these people that he wants to be, he's going for it. He's going for it, yo. Look at what he's studying. He's not studying the whole culture. He's talking about everything's about religious texts or what people call religious texts or these underworld texts. He ain't even when he gets into the Medu Neter, that's just a personal attack at Jabari. Just to tell you the truth.
Right.
Okay, whoever has Reggie's number, can y'all send him the link? He wants to come on. Text it to him.
He's just trying to validate his own paradigm, and he's trying to find ways to validate it by going into Kemet and trying to find things to validate, like you said, his paradigm.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna beat the brakes off of him. That's for damn sure. Let me finish this.
Oh, Reggie said he got his hand raised.
Hey, hold on for a minute.
Its righteous perspective, and the Torah represents order in its righteous perspective, and something called tohu webohu, which is chaos and voidness, represents disorder. So these two ancient systems are speaking of the same thing, and more importantly, these two systems are a mirror for that which is spoken of on the continent in Africa. So for any black man to get up and start talking about, I'm allowed to freely choose what system I want to worship in Africa, you're absolutely right. But guess what you're not allowed to do? To teach young black children that Africans had no spirituality, brother Ankh.
Now,
you're not allowed.
They didn't.
I've never
tell them
that.
I said it.
Huh?
Tell them I said they ain't had no spirituality.
I'm gonna say, I got you. I can't get Reggie in right now because it's gonna fuck up the screen, Reggie. You just gotta hold off, brother. I can't even let me see. See if I can get you in here, Reggie. There you go.
Hey, Sean, you want him?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them that the Africans didn't have no spirituality. Now what?
So the point is, you know what I'm really mad at? Why in the hell is everybody trying to disrupt my spirituality, which is food, clothing, shelter, and protection of that, and banging on those who falsely accuse us of lying. That's a key. They way straight line with that nonsense, man. So it is what it is, man. Every human being, every tribe had a system of trying to figure out and navigate their damn world, man. Like, come on, man, that's not nothing new. gods, God, forests. The pygmies didn't even have a damn god. They was dealing with the forest. That was important to them. Okay, clear facts. You can go to Stone Age people with Stone Age implements. They ain't got no damn god. They ain't thinking about no damn god. They trying to get the hell away from the animals trying to eat them. They ain't stopping saying, "Oh, help me." They ain't saying that. They figuring out a way to get around that situation. Finish this.
To do that, while you have every right to choose whatever you want to do in this world, you have no right to tell African children, young girls and young boys that Africans never had a spiritual system. And if they did, it's wrong and pseudo. Because I'm going to speak for the ancestors right now and tell you that you're the biggest pseudo in the community, if in fact you're going to say that, because you can't find me a goddamn text in all of ancient Africa where atheism is being promoted.
One thing for sure, atheism is as old as the Hebrew system. Can we get a date on the Hebrew system? What, 500 BCE, 600 BCE? Yeah.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Who we calling Africans did not have spirituality.
Yeah, they really didn't. That's a Christian term for sure.
That's what I'm gonna say. Me, Sean, I'm saying it didn't have spirituality.
Well, I know what
How you gonna impose spirituality on the people who lived, breathed, spoke, acted, taught, adhered to, administered, who carried themselves in the same breath that they actually stood on when they dealt with their culture traditions. That's not I'm not going to let him define them like that. And then I'm not going to let him impose and compare other systems that are outside the continent to those that are which on the continent, because they don't operate in the same breath. They don't. That room that he's trying to operate in does not exist. It sounds good on Sonetta because everything sounds good on Sonetta without a source. It all sounds good.
That's why I said Chief, to be a perfect time for you to revamp that right now. Be a perfect time. Clear up spirituality. Let's define exactly what is spirituality before we can say what they didn't have or they didn't have. They did or didn't have. Let's define exactly what is spirituality. Simple.
Yep.
Yeah. If I would even dare use such a word, it would have to be food, clothing, and shelter and protection of that. And so man deems what spirituality is and what spirituality is not. And those first people that deemed that was the damn Christians. It's a Christian thought. We'll pull that up. I'm going to say it again, though. Man deems what is divine and what is not. That's an all-human thought, no matter what y'all say. And that does not mean that I'm banging on any culture or any particular person. It's just the truth. Zion will never be able to get around that. That Star David on his damn hand, a man had to look at the damn sun, right, and make a star. Man did that. Man made up Yahweh Elohim. Man did that. Man made up the Bible and said God did that. Man. God never personally came down and told nobody nothing. It's a fact.
Oh, man.
It's an all-man thing. YouTube is an all-man thing. Animals ain't making videos on YouTube. They don't even care about it. I don't even know about it. The squirrels, the bats, the bees, the flowers, the trees, the oxygen, the sun, the cosmos ain't worrying about God. It's a man-made invention.
No African culture, no African civilization put anything higher than.
Oh man, what is that? Oh man, what the hell was that? What was that?
Operator error.
What?
Let me ask you a question.
What?
What's trying to kill you every day of your life?
Nature, the world around us. For sure.
Come on.
Hold on.
That was advertisement, bro. Just press skip.
That divinity dwells within us all, and that there is no facet of creation that is not permeated with an aspect of divinity. And this goes back again to the idea of people not truly understanding that until you see that divinity dwells within you, you will always be helpless and defenseless in the face of those who are coming at your neck.
That's just some Sarnetta TV talk right there, y'all. That's called the psychobabble. Okay? Psychobabble, because Europeans didn't understand none of that, and they used those intercontinental ships and cannons to blast your ass up out of there. They continue to do the same thing. Oh, they don't understand spirituality. Yeah, they don't understand that. China don't understand it. Thermonuclear weapon. Korea don't understand it. Making a thermonuclear weapon. Iran, Iraq. Nobody understands that but the Black community. Yeah, we understand that very, very well. Divinity is a man-made thing. Human beings decide what is divine and what is not. I'm going to say this again. Human beings decide what is divine and what is not. Let me finish this up.
In the face of those who are coming to rape and pillage you spiritually, physically, intellectually, we become the intellectual, spiritual, and physical property of Europeans when we take on their intellectual, spiritual garment and discard our African content. How dare we do that? So I respect Brother Ankakat, but I want to say stick to the goddamn research, because you don't represent a practitioner of African systems. Because any practitioner of African systems knows that Africa births spirituality, knows and perfectly understands that spirituality, no matter where you find it in the world, has its inception on the continent. And don't you dare get on any platform, including yours, because we're going to soon shut that shit down too, and start telling African children that we don't have a God, that we don't have a concept of divinity. Because
so see, I always get my channel shut down. Y'all notice that, huh? Now y'all see, I get my shit shut down. Why? Why I gotta get my shit shut down? What is it about the real black atheist, real black atheism, and just being a straight out atheist that bothers this community so much? What is it? I wonder.
I got one thing to say to that, man. Your Ankh, I got one thing to say to that, bro. You know what that is?
I'm listening to you. You can't play music. You gonna get the damn channel shut down with that. Damn, yo, you put the music on that motherfucker. What is wrong with you, man? Morgan?
Hey, peace to the fam. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So I think I'm gonna come back on Black News 102 soon if he lets me back on. He said he would. I have 23 minutes of definitive Dr. John Henry Clarke and Dr. Joseph Benjo Cannon talking about religion and spirituality. And when I put that on, it is going to separate those people who say they believe in believe the teachings of Dr. Ben and Dr. Clarke, say that they're students. If they can no longer say that they are students of his, right? They could say that they learned some things from them, but none of them who believe in God, who believe in religion, can say that they're students of Dr. John Henry Clarke and Dr. Joseph Benjo Cannon. Dr. John Henry Clarke and Dr. Joseph Benjo Cannon on this video definitively say, I don't believe in God. Dr. John Henry Clarke says he's not against religion, but religion, those in it represent murder cults. There is no person who can dress up. Oh, I talk too loud. I dress up what they say and spin it to their side after this. So I am 100% sure that I've had a 30-something year experience sitting down and working with these great teachers, right? Because I'm not going to try to use the elder word now. Great teachers, and they specifically gave advice. And one thing about Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, they also knew El Hajj Malik El Shabazz. And El Hajj Malik El Shabazz, the man we call Malcolm X, definitively said, put your religion in your closet, right? We have other work to do, Black nationalism. So if they are the ones who brought us this whole concept of ancient Nile Valley, right? Both Ben and Clark, James Jackson, and others, George C.M. James, how could these religious groups or spiritual groups or comedic groups, right, now twist their words, the teachers' words, because the teachers brought it to them. Because I was there before there was any shrines of, how can I say, of big worth. And certainly not the shrines that they are in. It did not exist. Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark brought us ancient Egypt through the works of Diop, along with Dr. Jeffries. And then what they did is they carved out something for themselves. I am not gonna let them intellectually tell the people what Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark said. Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark will say it themselves. And the people are gonna have to decide if they are telling the truth or if they created something on the side. Why they don't like me so much is because I was there in 84, 85, 86. They were not there. They were in high school, huh?
Teach, Reg, go ahead.
They were in high school. So none of these people, except for their great teacher was there, and I was there with their great teacher. And his great teacher was a student, just like I was a student, right? So they can't make him or any of them my teacher because he was never my teacher. And I'm going to show, if I could find just a few minutes of Dr. Clark, can I send it to you on YouTube?
Yeah.
All right, let me do that. I'm going to shut up and do that. All right.
Yeah, because, well, I already know I got the ace in the hole. I just sit back. I already know Dr. Ben ain't believe in God. I don't know about John. I ain't never heard John B. Clark say he believed in no gods, nothing like that. I don't know about all that. I know John Jackson, Hubert Harris, and all them didn't. So, I'm on the right side of history of those who teach scientific literacy. Like you can't read as much as John Henry Clark read and don't realize exactly what place religion falls in. Okay, and I can't trust you, right? If you believe, you know what I'm saying, and a bunch of psychobabble. I can't even trust your thought process. And you heard Dr. Clark say that too, Brother Reggie. He said that, didn't he? Yeah, we're gonna start using, everybody wanna play the game? Yeah, I know I can play the game the best. I've been playing this game for 10 years. I don't even know why. What we do wanna do is, y'all, listen, this we wanna do. In all respect to the brothers and sisters that has decided to form, their own institutions or their shrines, right? We're not going to give their information a break, but we're going to give the people that actually practice a break, right? We're going to let up off the people to practice, right? We got so much ammunition, right, that we need to make sure it's non-personal. Now, I want to tell y'all something now. Let me tell you what it really is now. They've made the environment, and I'm not even talking about the shrines right now. I'm saying just the religious people in general has made it an environment where when you say something about the religion, you are automatically attacking them. That's not just them. That is how it has been set up in the world, period. It's impossible to give a conversation, a critique, without what they would consider bashing. Do y'all get that though? It's impossible.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't think Jesus Christ walked on water. That's disrespectful. That's the sacred cow. I don't think Raw did. Oh man, I can't believe you said that. Wait a minute. So they're really stopping our rights as functioning, clear human beings. We might not be the smartest people, but I'd be damned if we going for the flim flam. We ain't gonna go for that. So it's impossible to actually make any type of statements, right? Lord knows, don't say nothing about anything in Africa, you're gone. And don't nobody love Africa more than me, but don't you, you're anti-African. So to be an African, you got to believe. Who in the hell told us that? What's going on, brother Chevin? How you feeling, man? Got that serious mic. I'm gonna get that equipment from you too, man. Next time I'm uptown, man, I'm come get that.
Definitely need to get some. You feel me? I got you though.
Got me. Appreciate that.
Man,
What's going on? Pseudo Killer on deck, man. I'm gonna send everybody a t-shirt.
Hey, look, it's been
y'all hear what I'm saying? I'm sending everybody a t-shirt. Pseudo Killer t-shirt.
I told you I can't fit the mediums, yo.
No, you can fit it. You need a small.
I need a.
I didn't have mediums that day.
Chevron got that mic on deck.
Yeah, I ain't even using it. You feel me? That's
it's not the medium. It's the small. So you need the small, right?
Yeah, I need the small.
You see the small. What you want? The no religion or the
yeah, I like the no religion joints.
You seen the Pseudo Killers?
I don't like that one.
You don't like that one. Which one are you talking about?
I like the no religion joint. I'm biased. Pull out one.
I like that Pseudo Killers. That's tight. That's
Nassau joint, right? Y'all gotta hit me and tell me what shirt y'all want.
Yeah, I'm at the point now where I think I'm gonna come to the debate. I was kind of on the fence.
Nigga ain't coming. It's on something. You ain't coming. You could be at church, man.
When you go to debate Zion, I have a sit down Zion. That's coming up or something. Y'all
beat the brakes off him. I don't know what the hell he talking about. Who he think he talking to? I mean, Donuts for 10 years. Like, is he? Wait a minute, man. Listen, he cannot get around the fact that human beings made it up. Now look. Listen, man. I'm deep into my material now, yo. He tripping. Y'all see my post I did on Facebook?
I ain't got Facebook.
Yep.
The Four Horsemen, right?
Yep.
That's the one.
There you go, Chef.
Unbiased. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's tight.
Yeah, rock this right here. You dig?
Hard. Yo, Pseudo.
Uncle, you gotta accept my friend request.
Where you at, King Sosa? I be trying to send you the link, bro.
I'm Love Sosa on Facebook.
So you Egyptian? You believe in the gods?
Yeah, Love Sosa on Facebook. Those say Cake Sosa, that's too street. They got trying to keep that one out.
We can't even have Egyptian names. My man say, is it fair to assume that you have an Egyptian name and I'm Roscoe that you are practicing Egyptian? I'm like, all right, man, Dan, you got me, man. But no, I'm not.
You funny. You call it what, porn for the mind, huh?
You got to make them anti-theist shirts for Corey, bro. You need that. Anti-theist, you need that.
You make that.
Check this shirt out.
There you go.
Hold on. Let's finish hitting Zion with the Psycho Babbling. Watch him. He's Psycho Babbling right now.
What size Chief X? I can't even really see. You frozen, Chief X.
He don't get no side. We're just gonna put a blunt on his. Let me finish this.
Put a blunt on it.
I think that would be a good one. Will you take one-on-one on the big stage? I don't think I'm crazy enough to do that. I think that Ankh would probably want to draw for what's left of the Amara squad, but they done offended people like Sanjetti. They done came at people like Asar Imhotep so much over the silly nonsense that they're doing that I'm not sure how much help they have left. But I want to say that, of course, I would love to debate anyone for that. I remember I wanted to have this debate with Brother Polite, but I'll debate anyone for that nature on the topic of, is God real? Does God exist? You know? Well, I would. He's the one that believes that. But remember, Brother Polite stood on that one time as well. And Brother Polite has a little twist behind that story, because I don't believe he's all the way with Ankeke about the idea that there is no concept of divinity. Ankeke is straight European with that, but that's okay. You know, I pray that the brother wake up and mature when it comes to African spirituality, because at this point he's immature.
Okay, enough of that, bananas. Enough of that.
I want to just, you know, what he just did and said, in my opinion, is kind of wicked and very immature. You don't, you know, see, like you, Asar, Sanjeti, and Dr. Ma'at and everybody, you guys are a group and a team.
Yeah.
For him to come online across Sarnetta Airways and spread that filth and try to divide you guys like that, it's just wicked, in my opinion. I never liked the Zion Lex because of shit like that. You just don't do that. It's no tact. It's the same thing as like snitching. That's the kind of nigga he is.
So we done came into Sahotep, a big boy. You know what I'm saying? Brother Sanjeti, a big boy. We big boys around here. We've been battling like this for 10 years. Y'all just ain't caught the conversation sometimes. So, you know what I'm saying? I get mad. Man, I'm gonna leave. Nigga, shut up. Point is, man, listen. We ain't never by ourselves, man. Let's get this straight, man. I'm gonna be there for Sheffrin. I'm gonna be there for Corey, Chief, Morpheus. I'm biased. Dr. Oya Mayat. You know what I'm saying? Look, we're gonna be there when it comes for our right not to believe. It's enough of us out here. Trust me. It's enough of us out here to do what we need to do. So don't underestimate the non-believers around you. Dr. Ben was a non-believer. John Henry Clark was a non-believer. I'm saying the best minds we had, y'all, was non-believers. Ain't that funny? Listen, man, this is not a new conversation, right, with the community. Reggie will tell you. Reggie, since you're the resident historian on that, can you please tell the crowd how the environment was? I know it was split between the believers and the non-believers. Am I not right or wrong? They just trying to get us back right now. Them days, John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben, you like them niggas is gone and dead. Now we can spread the nonsense. Talk to us about that, Reggie, about how the climate was back then.
First of all, the climate of the spiritual people, many people were coming out of the church or had left the church. And then they was migrating to ASCAC because of the great scholars was there. There was no giant, no important Kemetic spiritual leader at that particular time, and from the period of 1986 on. The most, how can I say, known of the groups was Dr. Jacob Carruthers, who had became the president of ASCAC. And Dr. Carruthers, basically, he taught the text of ancient Egypt, all of the different texts, right? And so he taught it in a preacher style, but he wasn't into shrines or he wasn't into any of those type of things, at least in public, as far as worshiping the netters. So all those other groups, the people wearing white and all that stuff, no, the first time they presented themselves was they was in a band. So the head of one of the shrines at that particular point, he had a band, and then they used to wear those clothes. And then later on, they started doing their own thing. But the climate was Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark were adamant against people forming a religion. So Morpheus has an audio of a few minutes of what I'm going to play. You're going to be very happy about what it says. So Morpheus, do you have it?
That is going to be the hottest subject in the future. Why do you believe in God? And I guess that you, in this case, also indicate myself. And do I believe in God? No. That should make it easy. I know most of you are shocked. Well, God, she's dead now. She's been dead quite a while. When I needed some food, I went to my mother. When I cried, I went to my mother. When I dirtied myself, I went to my mother. And nobody said about my mother. When a man gets involved with a woman and a child is born, you said, the man, you are the father. But when you got an argument with him, you tell him, God is the father of the child. You've been double crossing. He is the father and God is the father. How? You either went in a bed in the house or in the bush or someplace else. But now you find that God is the father. Now, who is the father? Is it God? Or is it the man that you went to bed with?
I have grown weary of trying to explain between religion and spirituality, because each make the experiment. Someone said, you must be God last. Not only than not God last, I remove all of the unnecessary underbrush away from me so I can get in closer. Whoever he or she is. She don't bother me either. Tell the truth about Africa, you're going to take the cover of a whole lot of people and a whole lot of fakery palmed off on us as religion. That include Hebrewism, Islam, and Christianity. Everything was brought into Africa from the outside. Did Africa more harm than good? All organized religions were male chauvinist murder cults. And yet you had spirituality in Africa before that did not murder people, did not justify taking people based on the fact my God said it's all right. And all the organized religions of the world have used it to justify that murder of other people. I think had man gotten common sense instead of religion, the world would have been much better off. But he had to have spirituality, because it is spirituality that lifts man higher than the dog.
I'm saying that all organized present religions are male chauvinist murder cults. And I say there is no exception.
Okay, that's it. So Dr. John Henry Clarke basically is talking about, when he talks about spirituality, he's not talking about it in connecting with God. He's talking about a humanity. He's talking about an understanding of nature where the man is no higher than the dog, right? Dr. Joseph Ben Jochanan says directly, he does not believe in God. And on answering the question, why do you believe in God? And he said, that includes me. And I do not believe in God, right? And Dr. John Henry Clarke calls religions of all types murder cults, right? Because ultimately that's what they will say. So there's no way, I have 23 minutes of this. I have 23 minutes of them going back and forth on the whatever these groups are saying. Dr. John Henry Clarke and Dr. Ben did not in any way condone what they are saying. What they have done is waited till the great teachers have left, and now they want to talk, but I was a student of them, and so was Dr. Jeffries and Professor Small, right? Professor Small is interesting because he chose to study, not taking the word of Dr. Ben and Dr. John Henry Clarke, right? He chose to actually go in and study. I give him credit for that, right? But Dr. Ben and Dr. Clarke specifically moved us away from that point. So if you heard it in the very beginning, Dr. John Henry Clarke and Dr. Ben does not believe in God, and don't call Dr. John Henry Clarke godless. He says it's further than that. He tried to remove everything to the side, right? So in their lives, and they were the great teachers. These people who are teaching, they have their point of view, but they're not the great teachers that move this material into our world. So they have a right to do it with it what they want. I don't care about that. What I care about is that now when they want to come back and articulate what Ben and Clark said, and then kind of sample us and get us into a mode that we have to actually believe that spirituality is different. So, and the last point is, Dr. John Henry Clark said, he talked about indigenous African beliefs. He didn't talk about newfound beliefs. And he's saying anything now entering into Africa does Africa no good. So even if you create something in America and you project it to African people, it's no good. Dr. John Henry Clark said that directly.
What you say, Red? He said, they gone, let's make some money.
Oh, he goes, I got 23 minutes. Dr. John Henry Clark specifically talks about spiritual, how can I say, the spirituality in the form of the temple and the house and all of that. So I'm just holding that because I want to put it out in the public.
What I'm gonna say is, what I don't want to do is I'm gonna make sure, because like I said, you know, in America, anywhere around the world, any statements against anybody's religion, they make it seem like you're picking on them, Bob. So I just want y'all to know, I'm not messing with none of the shrines, and I'm definitely not banging on the one that Brother Jedi in. I've never mentioned that shrine. You know, for me, that's gonna be hands off, and I suggest everybody leave that alone. Now, I don't know about the other two, but I'm saying it's got to be hands off on the ones in Jedi in. That's my man, and I'm gonna afford him that, right? But that's not going to stop me from critiquing the ideas and concepts, you know, based off of my reality, based off of the reality of John Henry Clark and them. John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben. See, I got my real black atheism honest. So, you know what I mean? I put the 4 horsemen in the Facebook group. I don't know how many of y'all checked that out. I know X waiting on it. Morpheus, I know you've seen the 4 horsemen, and Unbiased, you need to watch it. And Corey, I know you've seen the 4 horsemen before, right?
Oh yeah.
I seen that. King Sosa, I know you didn't check out the 4 horsemen. Am I correct?
I ain't checked it out yet. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, you gotta check that out. Sheriff, I know you didn't check that out, the 4 horsemen, right? Yeah, that's serious. They're having the same problem. When you listen to that, the 4 horsemen, right? You're gonna see that other communities, right, is trying to deal with the same problem we've been dealing with over the last couple months. It ain't changed, whether you white people or black people, right? And it's a damn shame when another community, right, sound way better than your goddamn community sound. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame, right? They play the trick of blackology. Well, you know, that's the white man thing. But yet you sitting in a damn chair. There ain't no damn African chair. You sure as hell ain't driving an African car. So you pick and choose what you want to use of the white man's. White man's jewelry you got on your hand. Practicing the white man religion, you want to play religious, they're the white man religion. Judaism sure as hell ain't no African religion. Hell. So I don't get it. I've never taught our babies nothing more than scientific literacy. So, you know, we're going to come back with the rest of that John Henry Clark tomorrow. Right? That was deep right there, Reggie. You know what I'm saying? I had something like that on my channel before it got shut down. And they're threatening to shut it down again. And you heard the brother say, like, come on, Lex, man, you can't play it that way, yo. That ain't right. Why is what we do offending them so much, y'all? Because they don't really have, see, this is what they're not telling you. They really don't have the backing of the elders. They don't have the backing of the ancestors, the great ancestors. The great master teachers. See what I'm saying, bro? So when they go anti-evolution, they go anti-John Henry Clark, anti-Dr. Ben, anti-John Jackson, anti-Hubert Harris. They going against the great minds we had. They don't want to tell y'all that. They dealing with the new elders that I don't even deal with. They dealing with them. They not my elders. I keep telling y'all. I deal with master teachers, those who taught scientific literacy, those who had goddamn books. Remember that. I got my real black atheism from them. I didn't get it from Hitchens and Dawkins and them. I never even knew about them. Although I watched Dawkins and them because they serious with their conversation. The conversation is there, and none of y'all can get around them. That's a damn shame when you can't get around the white boys.
I stay listening to Dawkins and the Four Horsemen.
Y'all doing something wrong. I'm gonna say it again, bro.
That's all I
You
listen
can't get
to is
around
Lawrence
Dawkins and
Krauss,
them.
man.
Yo, you in trouble. You in trouble.
I done read everything Lawrence Krauss put out, everything, and Dawkins.
Damn Krauss, you can't get
Yeah, I like Lawrence Krauss.
none of them. They had you ready to fight.
Christopher Hitchens is the best.
Christopher Hitchens would have made these boys
I
cry.
think Dawkins got him.
No,
Sam
Sam got
would have made them cry, dude.
Oh, Sam Harris.
Sam Harris funny.
Yeah.
Sam Harris funny. See, y'all playing with us right now.
Sam Harris is a bad boy too, but Hitchens was mean with it though. He was no holds barred.
He was an asshole with
mean
it.
with it.
He's an asshole with it.
He was an asshole, but I loved it.
Yeah.
So y'all can call it the white boy thing. Y'all can't even get around the white boys. Matter of fact, y'all couldn't even understand Dr. Benham when they tried to tell y'all that. How y'all gonna try to play us like that? I don't get it, man. Oh, here's the joke. I'm going to get off this joke. Here's the joke, right? They're anti-African, they non-believers. But the master teachers we had didn't believe in God and joked you for the spirituality. And then you, the Hitchens and them will joke the shit out of y'all. That's crazy, yo. That is so crazy. If you do not deal with science, y'all done, man. Y'all logic is twisted. Y'all actually think that you can bring something from the Stone Age into the goddamn on space age and it's gonna work. That's crazy to me, yo. Well, I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna throw a rock. It's gonna get stuck in the fuselage. That's how they're gonna do it. We're gonna throw some rocks. Hopefully it gets stuck in the fuselage. They gonna get out that daggone plane, you're gonna shoot the shit out you. Y'all bugging, man. Like, you know what? For real, I'm gonna say this one more time, yo. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, that fuck with me, right? Man, we got so much power with this thought and this information, yo, that you can't beat the shrines down to oblivion. If we just stick to the information, they beat down to oblivion anyway. There's no way around it, right? But at a certain point, right, they at the mercy of the court. I mean, like, sir, now I ain't even trying to be funny, Chief. They at the mercy. Listen, man. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have empathy at this point. So I'm asking everybody, you know what I'm saying, to fuck with this thing right here, man. You know, we're gonna hammer that information and they still gonna act like we banging on them, but we not. Right? We're gonna hammer the information down. We're gonna show them how illogical their whole conversation is, man. But you know, Shemaz, man, when I seen that video of him and Sanjay was banging on me, yo. When I seen that old man, yo, I was like, man, yo, you know what? I can't do it no more, right? I can't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody not gonna get to where we are. Everybody not gonna receive the message of John. Think about it, yo. He was right there with John Henry Clark and him, yo, and he ain't get it. So we fortunate that we got it, yo. We heard him.
You know what they say? You know what they say in they said what today's elders are saying is, hey, they making our information look wrong. We gotta shame them.
Yeah, you said that. Like, let's speak on the shame. They trying to shame us. Speak on that for a minute, Chief. Let's go around the board, man.
Can I show you something real quick? Just a picture. I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's talk about the shame. That's what they're doing. They're trying to shame us. Trying to shame us out the truth. Don't y'all dare tell the truth.
Did it come up?
Yeah.
You see my picture? What's the picture?
Next time I'm in New York, I'm going to Hubert Harris joint, yo. You gotta take me there, yo.
You see it, Unc? You see it right there?
Yeah, that's my man, yo. Y'all gotta take me there, yo.
Huh?
You was out there talking. You was out there talking to the ancestor, Reggie.
No, I was paying respect to a great speaker and a great sage, right?
You know who Hubert Harris is? Do y'all know who Hubert Harris is?
Who said that? Who actually said that?
Yo,
Who
I
said
got
that?
that award. Hold on, I
said
got
that,
the
Reggie.
first Hubert Harris award. Saw on the TV. I'm proud of that shit. He's the Harlem History Club guy. Nigga, I'm proud. Listen, nigga, y'all, Google him. I'm proud of that, Hubert Harris. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, like, yeah, it's shit. Nobody got that damn award. Matter of fact, we ain't gonna have Saw on the TV awards no more, because can't nobody get that award no more. That's over with.
And Hubert Harrison was a teacher of Dr. John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben, right? He was he was an intellect for Dr. John G. Jackson. John G. Jackson described him as the Black Socrates. Hubert Harrison was one of our absolutely best and important scholars. So if you
on a soapbox, talking shit, beating up religion, y'all be beat up.
He created Harlem radicalism. Hubert Harrison was one of the most important orators and teachers of our day. And for him to be buried right there, and my brother Patrick DeLeesis, me and him, we searched that graveyard for an hour. That graveyard is huge. We searched that graveyard for an hour to find him, right?
Why you ain't just go to the records, man? They told you where he was at. What the hell wrong?
No, we did. You still got to, there's about 30,000, 40,000 people in this graveyard. You got to go, no. But we found it, and I took that picture for you, Unc.
Thank you, man. Man, damn, you got me on that one, dog. Got me. King
and that's what Brother Reggie, you see, the difference is, look, I'm not banging on the shrines.
Yeah, you got.
I'm banging on the teachings. Now let's see if we can do this.
We're not even banging. Hold on, wait. I don't even like the language no more because they too sensitive, yo.
Okay, can we say this?
Yo, we done beat them to, man, they at the mercy of the court, yo. Like, we can give them 20 years if we want to, yo. Y'all do realize that, though. Y'all do realize that at this point in 2020, with Google, science, like, really, they shut down if that's what it is. Then they had to start fighting us, literally. Like, all jokes aside, like, they're at the mercy of the court right now. So I'm saying, in good, fine African tradition, as I learned by reading The Destruction of Black Civilization, you know what I'm saying? They used to leave the back door open to let them out. So I'm opening up the back door, right? I'm opening up the back door. I'm going to turn my attention to Zion Lex.
Oh.
He said the spar is over with. They that.
Let them slide out the back.
Listen, what I just showed, people who know, this man influenced Garvey, Hubert Harrison. He influenced Garvey. How can I say he influenced
Did he not write for Garvey? So we got an atheist writing for Garvey in the history and all that, huh?
Philip Randolph, our greatest, some of our greatest, and I'm saying John Henry Clark and them were babies compared to these groups of people, right? Babies. And so I went and I found where the brother is, right? Because he wrote this for his life and after his life, and it's up to people who understand it to go. But what we need to do is we need to stop this thing with elders. We just need to talk about teachers. So if a person hasn't taught you anything, right? If they haven't taught you anything, then we can just say you're not my teacher, you haven't taught me anything. So the elder thing is problematic because everybody gets it because they old. But now we can examine their teachings. Now, I'm gonna get it before you get it. But I what I'm just trying to say is that
get it before me, yo. You right there, yo. Them niggas they overthrow you and start throwing rocks at you.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it before you get it. But I'm only gonna show that. Look, I'm really not worried about much. But because the fact is, see, as long as they keep me from talking, we can't get to the bottom of it.
No. We can't stop talking. No.
If they,
no, that's not what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm saying they at the mercy of the court.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna leave the elder word out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say teachers. Right. We got the grandmaster teachers on our side. Right. And I'm not saying the grandmaster, that means they knew every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they pushed us in the proper direction to where Brother Unc can give y'all this. Brother Reggie can give y'all this so y'all really know the real history of Black thought in America, yo. It was stimulated right there in Harlem, and it wasn't based off the damn spookism, and they all know it. They shouldn't have pushed me. They kept pushing me, trying to shut me up. Now I got to tell it. I got to tell it, baby, that the real minds was on those who didn't believe. It never was in the minds of those who was dressed up in white and spooky and trying to, it never was that. You know, that get, in this world we living in, man, that gets smashed out. Why you think Islamic nations are behind, dude? Why you think that? I mean, think about that for a minute, yo. When they got away from the house of wisdom, which was their strong point, and gave them, look up golden age, right? Golden age.
In Iraq.
Yeah, just look up the golden age of the Islam. It's not called the golden age of the Moors. Let's get that straight. It never was the golden age of the Moors, dude.
It was all happening in Baghdad, the Bayat al-Hikmah.
That's one of them. It was the golden age. It was the golden age of the Islamic Empire. It wasn't the golden age of the Moors.
Right.
Different Jewish.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's part of
trick.
folklore and shit.
That's a trick phrase.
Right. So don't get me started, man. And the Moors gonna be mad. Man, I don't have to bang on none of y'all. I'm just saying what y'all doing is very faulty and problematic, because what y'all doing is y'all taking yourself out of reality. Kobe Bryant died. His daughter died, man. And I'm saying is, yo, we got families, yo. You gotta hug your wife, hug your girlfriend, call your cousins up, man. Right? You gotta stay in reality, man. This shit, the mob, man, we could be just gone because that's what it is. And it ain't no fucking rhyme or reason to this shit. Like, you gotta learn from what happened. Some bad weather take Kobe up out of here. He may have made the wrong decision, right? And wanted to, fly. I heard maybe the pilot was like, he ain't doing that. I ain't flying. And he may have gotten somebody else. I haven't confirmed that yet, right? He just wanted to go where he was going.
Somebody in the chat said you have a lack of understanding of esoteric knowledge.
No, I'm fine with all that. I don't believe that shit.
Well, no, Unc, it's better than that. I am a student of great teachers. Now condemn my teachers.
You got to calm down. You checkmate, please.
Condemn my teachers. Don't look at me. I am always saying that I am a good student and I verify my teacher's information.
Reggie,
right? Huh?
Sometimes you got to know your own fucking power. You got everybody beat. They just made you. That's why they always try to lowboy you. I've been telling you not to lowboy, yo. You just keep forgetting that shit. Like, sometimes you gotta know what you got, bro. They can say all the shit they want about you, yo, but ain't none of them had a conversation with Dr. Ben or John Henry Clark. We got people in the chat room talking about Dr. Ben was a Hebrew. Man, shut the hell up. He wasn't no damn Jew. Shut the hell up. He was not that. The nigga denounced that shit when he was in his mother and father house. Y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. Y'all just be talking.
It's one thing to be culturally something, and then if he Jewish, most people that's Jewish, even today, like the white Jewish people, they don't believe that. They don't believe Judaism. They culturally Jewish. You know what I'm saying? They're not practicing Judaism like Jesus did or nothing like that.
Well,
this is just something that they was born into.
I mean, Dr. Ben didn't do that, yo. I'm simply saying. Like he said, when I was writing the book, We the Black Jews, I was finished with the damn book while I was writing. How about don't make me pull that footage on y'all ass?
Yeah.
It's not play. He was simply saying that since it's a damn religion, that black people got every right to practice the damn religion. Everybody just missed everything. So you got a group of teachers today who reject evolution, but yet claim that they follow Dr. Ben and John B. Clark.
They're mad at Reggie because Reggie won't help them romanticize history.
Yeah, they actually mad at Reggie because Reggie, they mad at Reggie because he was actually there. And see, Reggie actually knows the real situation. I mean, y'all get my point? Like, y'all should just know this. So we should never feel bad for not believing because some of the best minds we had didn't believe. And that's an interesting point right there. And that's why they're at the mercy of the court. They literally at the mercy of the court. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grant them asylum. How about that, y'all? Y'all vote on that? We're gonna grant them asylum. Yeah, that's Reggie and John. Yeah, who got a picture like that? Look at Reggie. Is that John B. Clark?
That's correct.
You just photo opping, yo. You ain't know that, man, yo.
Reggie, what is you, about 6'2", something like that?
Family right there. Oh, look, I see who you got there. That's John. That's Dr. Ben. That's, I don't even want to mention that nigga name right there.
6'6".
No, I'm 6. No, I'm 6'1.5".
Oh, okay. Reggie walk fast as motherfucker. Anybody want to be? If they try to catch Reggie, they can't catch Reggie. He fast as motherfucker walk.
There you go. That's at the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture. I was taking Dr. Clark called me and told me that he was coming to the Schomburg, and I had worked there. And he says that Bishop Tutu is going to be there, and he would like me to come with him as he meets as he meets Bishop Tutu. Check.
Check.
Right? Bishop Tutu of South Africa on his trip to America. Huh?
Austin Morris, do you want the link, bro? Because you chatty in the patty right now. You're chatty. You're patty. You're in the chat and you chatty patty. Do you want the damn link?
Check. And I'm still here. I try to fit in. I try to fit in and try to get in, right? I don't look my age, but I've been around for a long time. Now, when we start pulling out the pictures, we're gonna find out the people who say they are.
1 second, Reggie. Austin Morris, just take the link, brother. We right here, we can have a conversation.
I'm trying to figure out why he keeps saying you're an atheist. Duh, I mean, you telling people that all the time.
So I'm a real black atheist because I'm black and I'm proud, you damn nut.
But Dr. Ben said it too, and Dr. Clark. Get off of Ankh and go to Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark. Then they listen to the video? Huh?
I got it fair. Don't blame me. The game made me. They think saying
they act like they didn't hear that video.
Slur. I just feel like it don't even matter if Dr. Ben or Dr. Clark was an atheist. I mean, I stand where I stand. I don't need no validation. I'm intelligent. Yeah, I'm intelligent enough to know what's accurate and then cipher through information. You know whatever they agree with, cool.
My favorite scholar is Dr. Amos Wilson.
Oh, that's my favorite scholar right there. That's the number one.
Because I feel
I don't
like
think they fuck with him. Hey,
let me just ask this question. See, I like Dr. Amos Wilson because I was a youth counselor for 10 years. So mental health and psychology is a field I like. So I always tell people, if your mind ain't right, ain't nobody progressing and moving nowhere. So Dr. Amos Wilson was very important to the community. I'm not sure why he's not spoke on much by the other elders.
At all.
Because talked about real shit, everyday shit. Right. He was an economic scientist, man.
Practical.
It wasn't no spookiness in him. When he spit his lectures, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be a better person once you get done listening to his lecture.
He make you want to get up and do something. He make you want to get up and do something.
Yeah. Dr. Amos Wilson is a person also that I knew. I went to his lectures.
Blueprint to Black Power. That's my Bible. Blueprint to Black Power.
I don't know how much of that he actually wrote or finished. I can't verify that. I know that it's in his name. There's some things in it that I'm curious as to whether Dr. Amos Wilson himself said some of those things. But what I will say is that if you think Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark was hard, Amos Wilson was a hard person to get along with.
Rage. You can listen. I gotta know. I gotta go look at. It's 2 lectures that he did. That if he didn't write the blueprint for Black Power, whoever wrote it took excerpts out of it. It's in line with everything he said. I got these 2 lectures by him. So I feel what you're saying. You might know something, but whoever wrote it, you feel me?
No, I mean, I'm saying.
The guy helped was finished. They was working together on the project.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I don't know if Dr. Amos Wilson, if he was able to finish the whole book himself.
No, we all know. We know it wasn't. Dr. Mayat sleep right now, but she'll tell you.
Right.
Yeah. I was following Dr. Mayat when she had the book club, when she was reading that. I was following that.
So finish up, Reggie, finish up what you was about to say.
So Amos Wilson, he was very pragmatic. He was very anxious. It seemed like Dr. Amos knew that he wasn't going to be on this planet for a long time. So he didn't have no time really to waste. So he was a hard person to kind of like work with, right? And so we have the privilege to make people our heroes, but some of these people, they were very, very difficult to work with. His scholarship and his work, and he had a bitter life. He taught at a college, I think Hostess Community College, and they didn't award him tenure, right? They ended his position. And it became very difficult for this man. And then he opened up a store on 125th Street, right across the street where Sarnetta speaks. And on the corner was Dr. Ben's old office. And he opened up that bookstore for about 2 or 3 years on the main street of 125th Street. And the Black community just did not support him.
Let me ask you, Reggie, do you think it's because he didn't take no shit and he wasn't into spookism and all that spirituality way out shit? Because it was too real.
Yeah, he said they was the worst. He said that the cultural people was the worst.
Yeah,
he was before his time. I think Dr. Because the book, you can place it right in 2020. I mean, like, it's all relevant still today. Like everything, even the lectures that Sheffrin talking about, I'm pretty sure that lecture, you can take that and put that right here in 2020. And the relevance is just unbelievable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Dr. Ben, listen, Dr. Ben, all of them was before their time, yo. And you can tell because no one understood them. They did keep hammering the elders, right? Watch this. And the Dr. Ben this. And I say, well, what about evolution? I can play it. I'm going to play it for y'all tomorrow, right? I'm going to start playing these videos. The elders was on, my fault, the teachers, my elder, Jane Small, and the other teachers was on Sarnetta, and we asked the question about evolution. You know what I'm saying? And they went to rambling. I said, well, wait a minute. Dr. Ben taught that. They don't even realize that Dr. Ben taught that. Sarvar Stupisetti, he's famous and infamous for getting beat down. I beat him down. That's when the whole rift started. I beat him down on Sarnettas. You feel me? Crazy talking about Dr. Ben, this was his excuse. Well, Dr. Ben, he was just trying to show us what the white man was saying.
What?
A whole damn chapter, all the fossils, all that. Are you serious? Just lied on the old man, yo. Lied on the old man. And so everybody will big up the old man. But watch this. How you gonna big up the old master teacher, right? And then don't subscribe to nothing he teach.
That's the problem. That's the problem. That's disingenuous. When you subscribe, when you say that this is your elder or your teacher, and you subscribe to nothing that he says, and so that's why.
Hold on, Reggie. Hold on. We don't want to put you out there too far, yo, because you're in harm's way. Morpheus.
Yes, sir.
How can you claim to follow the teachings of Dr. Ben? Now we know you don't have to agree with everything a damn master teacher teaches, but the reason he's a damn master teacher is because he set some serious standards and guidelines that were generally correct for that time period. Can we agree with that? That's when I call you a master teacher. When you teach scientific literacy and what you teach is generally correct for that time period. Okay, so if you're bigging them up right now in 2020, right?
but you don't agree with most of the shit he teaching. What's the joke? Are they joke? What are they trying to do? What do you think? What's your comment on that?
It's a big ass joke. How the hell are you gonna say, yo, they stand on their shoulders, right? You stand on the shoulders of Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, yet Dr. Clark and Dr. Ben don't agree or didn't or wouldn't agree with anything that you're doing. So how you stand on the shoulders? What are you talking about? Man, these people are man about as crazy as a Muslim in church.
There you go. King Sosa, what do you think about that, King Sosa? Like you said, you don't need nobody to but
yeah, because I mean, because I remember when you and Seta got into it. Like I said, I was watching that clip, and when he kept interrupting your presentation. You know what I'm saying? Because he was on a literal, like show me man on the wheel and Kemet. I was like, oh man, that's when I knew he was out of pocket. And then once he started saying it better than that, wasn't translated, he just went all the way left field. I think that was just like he done shot all his bullets. It's like, I'm gonna just throw the gun now. You know what I'm saying?
Cypher. So my question, you missed the whole fucking question, King. So just pay attention, man. Come on, man. I said, how can a person claim to follow the teachings, but yet don't even agree with any of the teachings? How does that work?
Yeah, like I said, that was my point. It don't work. It don't work at all. You know what I'm saying? That's why he had to get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Morpheus.
Hold on for a minute. Sheffield. Think about that.
I think a lot of them watched Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark in their older age, and I think they took their the way that they snubbed their fingers at white established history. You feel me? And I think they took that more than what they actually taught. You feel me? Like, so Seti he would say Dr. Ben, and you know, if you watch some Dr. Ben videos, you know, he was the kind of old dude to tell it like it is, don't take no crap. You can watch the John Henry Clark joint when he was up there with the white boy, when him and the white boy debated the two professors, and Dr. Clark was real smug with him. You feel me? So I think Seti and them, they take that type of that they try to take on the attitude of Dr. Ben and them, but not the scholarship.
Oh wow, that's deep. Chief X, what you think about that?
You know what? I kind of missed the question, Doc. I was incoherent for a minute.
I know you was. You was smoking. I get it. Yeah,
but I wanted to. Hey, Morpheus, tell Ankh what video he need to play tomorrow.
Tell me the one you did, right? The one you did on
he need to play tomorrow?
I said, tell Ankh what video he need to play tomorrow.
Man, the one you did on Spirituality. Get out of here, man.
You gotta play that, bro. You gotta play that.
It's mandatory. Mandatory.
I got you tomorrow, man.
You gotta
see you, Reggie.
That.
That's slick. I see you, Reggie. Yeah, Reggie, we know you wrote the obituary for the old man. You was the one there on a regular basis for the old man. Yep, you was there on that too. You there? You right? So
you know, my favorite was Jacques, though. I didn't get into Dr. Ben like later on. Like, you know, I always had trouble with his language. You know what I mean? Speaking.
Diop's is all right, yo, but he was a Muslim though, yo. So he did. I can't.
Man, that man was serious, bro. He was.
Yeah, Diop was over my head, so I couldn't get into him.
That man was serious. First book I bought was Jacques.
I'm just saying. Yeah, he was a mastermind too, yo.
Pre-colonial Africa.
You know what I'm saying? But he hadn't worked out. He hadn't worked that Islam out yet, though. But he was serious, so but he didn't work that out.
Sometimes he was on that science, though. He was on that science.
Yeah, Diop's, man. Diop's the truth. What I'm gonna say? I can't go against Diop. He was a physicist, bro. But hold on, here's the conversation now. You're a physicist, right? Or whatever he was, and he's still on that Islam. Like, that's a walking contradiction. I just want to tell you.
But like Lawrence Krauss say, you know, he know a lot of physicists. He worked with a lot of Christians. But When they come, when they put that lab coat on, they leave that out the door. When they finna walk into that clean room, into that laboratory, they leave that Christianity at the door and then walk into the room. You see what I'm saying?
I watched some lectures by priests deal straight with science, and they say the same thing. Like you,
but Hitchens
leave
say,
God
yo,
out.
he don't understand that concept. He say, man, he say,
yeah. I mean, I can see how it's a contradiction, but you know, like I said, so a lot of people are traditionally and culturally like Christians or Muslims. They don't really
they saying they don't really believe
it.
it. They saying they don't really believe it. But look, y'all, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Any closing statements for anybody, man? Yeah, Reggie. So that's what we're gonna do, man. They're at the mercy of the court at this point. I mean, we're gonna let up, but we're gonna tighten the noose on our right to be able not to believe and to call ourselves an atheist, black atheist, whatever the hell we want to call ourselves. We moving strong around here, and that's important. So we really carrying the legacy of John Henry Clark and the master teachers, Hubert Harrison, and man, we're not going to short people out because they don't believe and they think they got us because all Africans believe in God. Man, how about the space age Africans? You know what I'm saying? Like we can pull up an article right now on atheism in Africa now. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. I'm gonna bring that tomorrow. Y'all gotta stop that. It's 2020. We space age Africans, man. We teaching our kids. Our kids gonna fly space shuttles one day, right? Or work in the engineering room in NASA. That's what my kids inspired to do. You feel me? So I don't know what the hell y'all inspire y'all kids to do, to go outside and tap some rocks together. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at you, but make sure you don't shortchange it. Let me say this. Make sure that you are teaching your children something that they can get out there in the world, you know what I'm saying, and take care of themselves. Or you will always have to take care of your damn kids. That's my point. Whatever you give them, make sure they be able to stand strong in this world and don't have to take no damn wooden nickels because they shortchanged. A lot of y'all setting them teach anti-book shit. Dog, we don't need no books. They teach anti-cows and anti-education. You know what I'm saying? They're all against that. So, all right, okay. Y'all
pay the bills, man. Do something, promote Abjuware. Pay the bills.
Yeah, Abjuware.
My closing statement is scientific literacy is the vaccine for gullibility and naivety. When you become scientifically literate, these people can't fool you no more. Science is the future. The future is STEM, science and technology. Most countries that are overly spiritual are poor countries. Scientific literacy is progress in 2020.
They say we ain't heard in the pseudos. I ain't mad. The pseudos is right where they supposed to be, man. They getting this knowledge right here, yo. Yeah, get that knowledge right there, man. Hey, we got that GoFundMe too, man. Make sure I hit that GoFundMe. Hey, CK, did you put that GoFundMe link in there? Yep, sure did. Appreciate you. Yeah, Austin Morris, man, you need to get out. I'm telling you, should have jumped in, man. Look, man, we're gonna be here tomorrow, same time, same back channel, man. We know what we're doing, yo. We got the Chief X in the building. He always mess with everybody. I can't control him. That's the that's the gunman right there, man. That's the shooter.
The Lone Ranger.
Yeah. I got a duck sometimes, mess with him. Got Sheffin in the building, man. We got Unbiased in the building. We got Coy, anti-theist. I'm gonna make him a shirt. You know what I'm saying? Anti-theist. I appreciate his build, man. We got Morpheus, yo. Man, he got the intelligent conversation. We got King Sosa. And him fight over different types of atheism, man. That means we growing as a people. We can fight over different types of atheism. Appreciate your game, man. Appreciate that. And of course, we got Reggie that was actually with the two master teachers. That's the value we have here. We actually have somebody, you know what I'm saying, was with the teachers and not just photobombing and not just talking shit. He actually took care of the damn elders, man. He's one of the only guys I've ever seen, right? And maybe we need to play that video. I need that video, Reggie, who was actually teaching. Listen to me while y'all talk shit about Reggie. He's actually teaching, and then Dr. Ming get up there and teach. I ain't seen that out of none of y'all. Get that man his damn respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of him being a fucking everybody playing like he's a little boy. That's some bullshit. We ain't going for that no more. All right, put Reggie, give him his damn just due. He's the only one with heart, right? He been ahead of the damn game. I'm gonna tell you, he the only one that was willing to step aside. Only one. I was like, all right, let me take this on. He was the only one willing to step to the other teachers. On his fucking own, and everybody mad at him. All right, but he's the only one that's there with Dr. Ben in his old age. It's a good man right there. I go to New York, Reggie makes sure I'm good. This nigga ain't got no damn car these days. His shit done broke down. He'll ride the fucking subway to make sure get home safe. When half y'all niggas fucking leave me. He catch the fucking subway and make sure I get to where I'm going. Take me to my daggone spot and then go catch the subway again. So if the shrines, you know what I'm saying, is hands off, then Reggie is hands off. Or we're gonna start up again. It is what it is.
Most of them, listen, I have a good relationship with some of them I don't. Some of them we are actually talking, some not, right? But look, the more I had a bigger problem with the Moors. I had a bigger problem with other groups of people. It's just that when I'm talking about them, they feel that I got inside information. I do, and they should know.
At the mercy of the court, that's what
they should know that I was there when they wasn't there. Yeah. They should know. When I say I was a member of the organization, I was an officer. I was an officer of the premier organization, ASCAC. They were not officers. Do you understand what it is to be an officer of a premier African organization, right? Leading people to intellectual warfare. I was an officer in charge of study groups, first vice president, right? So look, what did you say? They're at the mercy of the court?
At the mercy of the court, yo.
They're at the mercy of the court. It's not all of them. And see, some of them is willing because they admit they don't know. And they are surprised as much as everybody else, right? But it's not a few of them. It's really just one or two voices. But the most of them, they're like, no, Dr. Clark is our elder, Dr. Ben is our elder, Dr. Jeffries is, we don't agree with them, but they are teachers and elders. But it's some of them who want to say what they said, and soon I'm gonna play the whole thing about what they said. And after that, y'all the younger people, younger generation, y'all gonna have to decide who is telling the truth and who is not telling the truth. And it's just based on information. They turned this into a religious war.
That's the video.
This is not about information. If it's about information, it's okay. They have turned this into a jihad.
And Garfield is about to get caught in the goddamn crossfire. You know what I mean? Like you can look at what Sai is basically promoting. You can see how he leads people into his questioning. You feel me? His questioning that's problematic. You feel me? Like yo, I watched 3 of Professor Small's joints. You feel me? I can tell by the way Sai title it. You feel me? And you can look at the questioning. You feel me? But you can't deny that all of these guys is still taking shots, yo. Like you can't deny. Like you can play like yo, this my man, this an elder, this, that, and the third. But yo, you can clearly see that these guys didn't drew their line in the sand. You feel me? So it's like, what do you do? Like, do you sit there and keep taking the punches? You feel me?
You know what you do, Kevin? You know what you do? You know how when a nigga walk in court talking shit about the judge, motherfucker, fuck that shit, and a nigga give him 20
Judge
years.
got the last word.
You at the mercy of the court. Yo. That's why I'm mercy of the court, yo. Do you really think Lion Lex can get around the fact that human beings point shit out to be divine, yo. Do you really think he can talk his way out of that, yo?
Man, Professor Smalls was talking about laying down on the sand for 7 days until you see a spiritual awakening.
There you go. See how you calling out niggas? There you go.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, all right, bro. All right, I'll follow that.
No. That's particular information what he said. Let's hear what Professor Small said. And that's my elder right there.
But he takes shots.
The other day, right?
He takes shots. I don't know if he was talking about Garfield. But
listen, man, listen.
He
Small,
did.
Man, Listen.
Google scholars.
Listen,
y'all ain't never been there. You know, we like, yo, he.
Yeah, he did. He throw some
I'm gonna tell you this.
Hold on for a minute, Reggie. See, I personally know whether James Small believe in God or not. So I'm gonna leave it right there. All right. Now y'all get faked out if y'all fucking want. What Austin was talking about, hold on for a minute. What he was talking about was he went through a ceremony where you probably had to drink something for fucking 2 days, nigga. You be hallucinating too. This is part of African tradition. They drink certain things and it's called going under, yo. So they hallucinate all kind of visions. This is part of ancient cultures, yo. That's some Stone Age shit. That's what they did. They took mushrooms, they took certain mixtures, yo. And of course you've seen the damn ancestors. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like that's it. Like, but he said that, and you got to understand the ceremony to know that's what's going on. He wasn't just walking down the street and it happened.
He made reference to Google scholars, and he said you can't have a information like you have to. Africa's the mother, the father. You have to stand on that land to even be able to have these type of conversations, bro.
Man.
That's what he was. That's where he was leading with it.
Listen,
that's what he talked when he talked about Google scholars.
Listen,
he was.
What I tell you, I say, Professor called me once a week. I need to call him more, but he done banged on me. I'm mad at him for a minute. That's my man, though. Listen, I done had the conversations with him. I know what the hell he believe, what he don't believe, yo. Yo, hold on, Reggie, we can't say it. We're not gonna say it. We're gonna leave it there. What I'm saying is, yo, I'm gonna bring him around, yo, so we can kick it. Come to Baltimore, the Professor, wherever y'all at, and I'm gonna let him rap to y'all one-on-one, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have no doubt about, I don't care about what a person believes.
Nah. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, man. Listen, man. You think I'm gonna hang around a spooked out elder, yo?
No, I'm saying for the debate, for the community. What he says versus what he believes is two different things.
Exactly. He gonna give you all that.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is Garfield about to go in there, you feel me? And they building for the audience that's gonna be there. They're building, they basically putting Garfield behind the line, saying this is what the community believe, and it don't matter. Like I'm gonna bring all the heavyweights, you feel me, that the community look up to, right? And I'm going to put them on my side. Now, whatever Garfield say against that information, they're going to look at it like that's the white man information. Boo. You feel me? I'm rocking with Professor Smalls and, you know what I mean, and Jabari and all of that. Watch. I'm telling you.
So you know what? Let me just say something real quick. I think you guys ought to start making people in the chat apologize or get blocked totally from the channel when they say seriously disrespectful shit.
What they say?
Austin Morris is sitting here talking about people's disabilities. It's just certain things and certain tech and maturity you gotta have. Niggas in here calling people gay and all that old shit. When these niggas do that shit, completely block their ass from the channel. Don't time them out. I'm sick of these niggas in the chat. Make these niggas apologize when they say some foul shit, or get out the damn chat. All right, that's it.
Yeah, we don't know where the hell you coming from, yo.
No, I'm just saying that. See, moderators be knowing. I'm sticking up for y'all. That's what I'm doing.
Man, when I be on, man, I hardly ever look at the chat. But I feel you.
What the hell is Jack Johnson saying?
I'm gonna look in there.
That's the peanut gallery. Like, come on, fucker, yo. I don't get mad at the peanut gallery, yo. We need that little controversy in there. They at the mercy of the court, yo. What you want me to say, yo? Like, they ain't got nothing. Shit, right now, if they took all the shit they believe and tried to build something, you couldn't do it. You would die because the bugs would kill you, the pathogens would kill you, right? Your health would be too bad to do anything. And then your spirituality ain't got no power, right? Because it ain't based off of science. Like, it's 2020, man. Like we need to redefine what spirituality is, man. I said it. And guess what I learned about spirituality from Professor Smalls? And guess what he said? So y'all missed the dimes he dropped. He said spirituality is food, clothing, and shelter and protection of that, bro. Now, if you listen to the rigmarole around it, then you done.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't put the rigmarole around it, then the spiritual community gonna stop fucking with him. That's how he get his job.
But if you're the only one that can decipher Professor Small's Medunetta, what is the layman gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, hold on, I'm smart. Listen.
Like, you know the background. You got a in-depth history with him.
What does it mean when a nigga say food, clothing, and shelter? Y'all ain't listen to no damn James Smalls lecture. Y'all tripping. I'm gonna give y'all when he at the what's the place in Harlem, yo? Everybody was doing lectures at
National Black Theater.
Is that the one where they was rocking that?
I think it was National Black Theater.
Y'all heard the old James Smalls. Y'all hear the James Smalls of right now.
Look,
I've heard hold on. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kick. Hold on. I'm gonna get James Smalls on. Hold on. I'm gonna get him on the show. I'm gonna say, dude, it's a whole show full of atheists and real black atheists. I need you to kick that. Don't play.
We need to see that.
One thing about James Smalls, though, he do always, like, he don't have no problem with talking to the youth. You know what I'm saying? I have seen that, and I like that about James Smalls. Like,
let's see it.
He'll come down and he'll talk.
They ain't gonna come down right with y'all, gonna be laughing, yo. I'm telling you, yo, if a man say spirituality is food, clothing, and shelter, then say the Holy Ghost, what you like you gotta figure that out. What is he saying, yo?
Can I speak for a second?
It's muted, Chef.
Oh, I said he say all of that, right? Then he get on Sinetta and basically say, y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking.
Exactly,
so, I mean,
Jeffrey. That's what I'm saying, bro.
What am I not hearing? What am I not hearing? Like, yo, I know how he getting down, yo. He up there really getting off, yo. And y'all basically.
Can I speak?
Try to leave the back door open.
Can I speak for a second?
Back door open.
Can I speak for a second? Professor Small.
I'm not listening to these guys right here.
Wait, can I speak for a second?
They out of control.
Go ahead, Randy.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I have known Professor Small since he was 39 years old.
Yeah.
I know Professor Small when he was 39 years old. I know Dr. Ben when Dr. Ben was 60. Dr. John Henry Clark was 70. I was 20 when I met them, right? Dr. Brother Smalls teaches to a large audience, right? If you don't like something that he says, he is one of the most approachable people. But if he says something that irritates you, then you're not the person, right, that should be listening. You understand? If it irritated you,
Reggie,
right?
That's not what the conversation's about, man. The conversation's about
let me finish.
Accuracy and inaccuracy.
No,
bro.
let me
It's
let
not
me
about
finish.
whether what he said perturbed me, man.
Let me, because I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you particularly. I am telling you about the man. Now, if you call him on the information, he will talk about the information. You may not have to agree with it, but he's talking to a whole wide audience, right? So everything that he says is not agreeable. He's just talking specifically about what he wants to get across to you, right? Because with him, I'm gonna tell you, brother King Sosa, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, good brother. Not everybody.
Oh, not a good brother. Now he's tightening up.
He said these went into
not a good brother.
Not everybody Not everybody in our community is teachable. So basically, if you want an answer, you call him and you speak to him and you talk to him. Don't worry about what he says in general. If you don't have, if you have an issue with the information, right, then you just say, okay, Brother Smalls, is that really what you mean? And you'll come out like, right? Because Ankh has personal conversations with him. And Ankh can say, no, I was just talking widely to the audience, see what's going on, right? But if you want to talk to me, I'll tell you specifically what's going on.
He always tell me, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. He said, yeah, I run everybody away.
So y'all think he playing when he say that shit? He's
Right.
like, yeah.
Man, listen, man. That
He
yo
said
be
the
like,
Egyptians went into West Africa.
he be like, boy, you's a motherfucker with your delivery, yo. He tell me that all the time.
I mean,
That's the crowd,
not that
yo.
I don't like Professor Small. I mean, you know, I like his spirit.
Yeah, it's something about him you like, yo. You ain't figured out what you like.
Yeah, I like his style, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, some things he say, you
I'm
know,
gonna show you.
You know, he kind of believe Ivan Van Sertima works. You know, he still believe, you know, he believe Africans were here first. You know, he still, you know, he.
Right, that's some, right. He do believe that. I'll with him. He do believe that.
Professor Smalls is cool as hell. He got that little pimp.
Yeah, he cool as hell. Now,
He
yeah,
got that
swagger,
he got that Cali swag. I like
Yeah,
how
swag,
he get down and deliver and talk and stuff like that. I met him when I went to Black Power.
I like his swag too. I like his swag.
Let's see.
You aspire to be in partnership with thievery. You aspire to be in partnership with people who do not respect the elders. They can't wait for them to get in a nursing home and leave them there to die. You aspire to be in partnership with people who feel that their children isn't worth nothing to them other than what they could produce for them. You aspire to deal with people who, when a member of the family gets sick, they put them away and forget about them. You aspire to be with people who would go to any length to take material, the land, the labor of another person without thinking a second thought. If we keep on the course that we started on with the so-called civil rights movement, it'll be the same if Jesus, whom many of you believe in that personality, when it went to the Garden of Gethsemane, when it went to pray, and when he was tempted by the devil, it'd be the same if Jesus says, okay, Satan, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to integrate with you, Satan. I'm going to become a partner with you in your deeds so that everything will be all right, and I don't have to have the hardship that comes with opposing what you're about. See, most of us, I got no problem with people who say they are Christians if they are doing what Christ did. I have no problem with people who say they're Muslim if they're doing what Muhammad did. I have no problem with people who say they're Israelite, Hebrews, or Jews if they're doing what the Maccabee family did. I got a problem with hypocrisy even if it's out of ignorance. And that's where we're at. There's no reason for the second largest group. Do you realize that the African Americans is second in size only to the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant in the United States? Do y'all realize that? They keep calling us a minority. Everybody else is a minority except us and the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. And we are only a minority to the white Anglo-Saxon.
I don't know about that. Hold on, let me see. See if I can get him.
Knew before he got there he was going to die there, and he knew when he walked in for certain he was going to die there. He knew when he walked on the stage it was better that that girl, having met your responsibilities to your family today, like going to church and cooking and the things the sisters have to do, because sometimes the brothers think they're going to drop dead if they help her cook on a Sunday or something like that, you know.
No, that ain't the one. I'm going to find a serious one for y'all. My favorite one, yo.
I'm gonna tell y'all, most of y'all should like Brother Smalls as he is more his elderly age. I worked with him at that age in 39. He was hard. A cold-blooded black nationalist freedom fighter.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded, right? Cold-blooded. And I'm telling you that
I don't think he liked y'all.
Yeah, Reggie, I ain't saying I don't like.
No, I'm not just, I'm just saying.
We ain't on that.
Yeah, no, King Sosa, you my brother. Come on. What I'm just trying to say is that Brother Smalls and his elderly, he's a nice dude. I'm talking, he was cold-blooded.
Yep.
Right? Like if you said something to him, if you said something about him, he'd come see you in the worst way. And I listen, I'm retired. I'm 55. I'm minding my own business, right? But I'm gonna tell you, talk to the brother, and you know what? You understand why he speaks the way he speaks, because he'll say, listen, if our people are lost, right? You be the shepherd and you act like you them, right? And you get close to them. And then when you get a chance, that's the only way you can talk to them. But when you're talking to the public, you can't do it like that. So yes, he said some things I disagree with. And then I asked him about it, and he smiled and he said, "Come on, brother Reggie, you know me long enough, right? I'm trying to bring them in so I could talk to them."
You fake
Hey,
that.
CK the
So
poet is funny.
Reggie, so
She
you
said this
so you
man
think
obviously didn't know what Muhammad did. But he was talking about Muhammad and all that. That was funny.
Brother Small is hard. You know, Brother Small.
Crazy,
you know, Brother Small is Hajj. You know, he went to Mecca.
Yeah.
He went to Mecca. He was under Ella Collins, who I also met, Malcolm's sister. She sent him to Mecca to do Hajj. He was a straight up and down Muslim, a radical, crazy Muslim. He was in charge of Malcolm's Mosque, Muslim Mosque Incorporated, and he was a radical Muslim. He went to Mecca. He came back, and he changed his life. He left.
Muhammad had black slaves.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he said he never went back after that shit. He jumped out religion like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, he got a chance to deal with them, and he actually got the chance to see their untruths and their truths as they masquerade the truths. And once in a while he talks about it, but with Brother Smalls, it's private, because I mean, these people knew the hierarchy of Islam, right? So there's some things that he cannot say. But yes, he was a radical Muslim. He's a Hajj, right? A Hajj. So I just say, listen, the person that y'all think y'all know, y'all don't know. But he's your brother. He's somebody that you can talk to, right?
Yeah, he's different, yo. I'm just trying to tell the truth. Yo. I ain't gonna make no dummy my damn elder. Y'all tripping.
Yeah.
Y'all already know. Y'all gotta figure that one out, yo. I don't care what he say live on camera. Shit, I know.
I know.
I ain't doing it like that, yo. Like y'all ain't heard no. He got some serious lectures. I just got to point out to the right. He be rocking, yo. What? Talking shit like, well, he said, well, shit, y'all leaning on the Lord, but the Lord must have fell.
Y'all do know that Brother Smalls is one of the lead. He's one of the lead consultants of the Harlem Godfather with Bumpy Johnson. Y'all do know that, right?
Yeah. It was a dude that was on Sinetta.
Melchizedek?
Yeah, he said, man, I don't know what the hell they talking about on that show.
Yeah, because Melchizedek,
he said
the person that Malcolm is, when Malcolm is dealing with Bumpy Johnson, Bumpy Johnson buried Malcolm X. I want to let everybody know. When Malcolm died, Bumpy Johnson interceded, told the Muslims, you had your fun, my friend is dead, we're gonna bury him, and that's it, right? Now, when you see Malcolm with Bumpy, Malcolm used to play chess with Bumpy, right? People don't know that. The second thing is, the character that Bumpy's playing with Malcolm is not really it's not really Bumpy, right? Not all the time. It's this dude named Sonny Malik. His name is Sonny Malik, and Sonny Malik was one of Malcolm's closest comrades, and he was a super gangster. So only the people who know the history can kind of like mesh in the facts. It's made for TV, but the fact of the matter is, Brother Smalls watch this. Brother Smalls used to take me to Bumpy Johnson's. Bumpy Johnson had a bar on 125th Street, right across the street where Ankh had let me see. Yeah, close to where Ankh had the thing with Captain Tazariak out there, right? Across the street from that, there is a bar, is now Red Rooster. Before it used to be Casablanca, and that was Bumpy Johnson's bar. And I've been in 22 West with Brother Smalls and Bumpy Johnson's bar. That was the South Carolina bar right there. So I know the history from the fact. I understand what Melchizedek is saying, but Melchizedek at some point was with the nation when they separated. So I respect what brother, the teacher Melchizedek says, but it's made for TV. But the truth of the matter is, chickens came home to roost, and the new series is coming up, and it's going to be it's a lot of problems. It's going to be a lot of issues. Yeah, it's going to be painful.
All right, well, I tell you what, I'm gonna painful my ass about it, man, because I'm painfully overstepped my bounds, and it's fucking late.
Yeah.
We're at 6:30.
What they got to do with us, Unc? We want to stay on, bro. That's your problem. I'm just playing.
Hey, last commercial, Unc. Come on, get that get the Abjuwear, man.
Abjuwear, man. ABDJUWEAR, man. Abjuwearman.com, man. Make sure y'all support that, man. Y'all been doing a good job supporting it lately. I appreciate that. I'm gonna drop that link in there, man. Yeah, we're gonna call a truce, man, on that, man. We're gonna get the mercy of the court, yo. I don't like to see people screaming like that all the time. Yo. They take that shit too serious, yo. They ain't doing too much, man. It ain't worth it. Because we still gonna do what we doing. You ain't gonna be able to get past that around that. Like, we ain't gonna never stop telling the truth. And it ain't the truth that we think, because we think it's the truth. No, it's because we got science on our side that was started in Africa. That's what we got. Right? Y'all want to talk about Africa, y'all want to talk about the spooky shit. Don't nobody want to talk about the Stone Age technology. Don't nobody want to talk about, well, I call it one of the greatest inventions known to the world, right? You know what I'm saying? When you start talking about inoculation, right? Man, without that in the Americas, I don't know.
Science undefeated.
I don't know. Science is undefeated, man. I'm saying, like, we understood that early on in the valley. We learned early on in West Africa. Shoot. So, everybody wanted that's the part I don't like, when they focusing on the spooky aspects of it. The shit they know damn well ain't nobody gonna be able to prove and verify. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't look at the technologies they be dealing with. Shoot, so yeah, that's straight. Damn, come on, man. That's the part I don't like. Mute. All right. Yeah, support Abjuwear though, y'all, man. I appreciate that, man. The whole 9 yards, man. I thought it was a powerful show, man. Y'all gonna have something to listen to when y'all at work, man. Support that GoFundMe, right? So I can get my butt to New York. All right, just support period, man. Y'all know what it is, man. The message was great. Scientific literacy, Junanda. That's right. Source up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? Source up or shut up, man. Yep.
Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Would you say many people, including Unc, was dodging him before Jabari drama? Well, dodging who, Jack Johnson?
He don't know you, Professor Small's friend.
Oh, you ain't know that? You don't know? I'm gonna bring him on. I'll show you. I can show you, but I can tell you. If one too late, I'll call him right now. Yeah, y'all crazy, man. Y'all funny.
And accept that friend request. With Sosa in the name.
Let me see Sosa. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in the chat, yo. I think I'm gonna put this all in the chat. All right, I'm gonna make a chat for us. Sure. That's how they do it in the new times, right?
Yeah.
2012. Where you at? I don't see you. Friend request. What's your name on here?
Love Sosa.
All right, peace out.
All right,
Peace to
peace
the
out.
peace to the chat. Peace to the chat and panel. I'm out.
All right, Chief.
I don't see you ain't in there. Well, you
All
just
right,
did.
peace, Chief X.
I did it
All right,
last
brother.
All right, Chief.
yesterday.
Hey, so
All
I
right.
don't see that. I see David something, Jay Mixon. Where you at?
See Love Sosa? I'll send it again.
Hey, so you be going in on the cosmos and all of that, right? The universe
Do
and
I?
all of that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that shit. I like neuroscience or neurobiology and shit like that. Primatology. I love that shit.
All right, we out.
Yeah.